realize that Steven is gonna be coming to an empty home.
I told him I left the door unlocked for him.
Very nice. I have a bunch of notifications on Twitter. I wonder if it's actually shit that I care about.
I'm
Probably
gonna
not.
put this in. Should I put this in campaign posts? I wanted to post Sebastian's new commission.
I mean, you can post it where freaking ever.
Alright, fine. I'll post it in the general because I don't know where else to put it. But I recently had a guy who did mind you, only paid for a half body, but he drew full body anyway because he was having so much fun drawing it. Uh-oh, I'm getting text from Steven. Oh, he's at the top of the driveway.
Here goes the neighborhood.
One sec.
Okay, Luna, oh, yeah, no, actually I do need to update my number, but I can't right now. Okay, Cameron, and then I'll go to Cameron to go to Dom, doing that.
There, I'm just gonna send it.
Giggity biggity.
I fucking...
Higgity biggity, zippity zam. Oh, hi! It looks like... I just noticed, since I was looking away from the chat, Ma's here to enjoy some D&D shenanigans, and I need to
walking
fix...
down.
He's gonna walk?
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me. Life is,
it's gonna make
today.
it a download link, and I don't want to do that.
Well, what's the file?
God,
well, what's the
Discord,
file
you
type?
are so
Oh,
annoying.
I'll say hi to Dad too. Hello, hello. Welcome back to the. How did I describe it? The Carnival of Horrors.
Fucking God! Just let me post the
Cameron,
fucking picture.
stop.
Discord.
Stop. What is the file type?
Send it as a download.
What is the
JPEG?
It's a JPEG?
It's a goddamn JPEG.
Are you sure?
There we go.
Yeah.
Got it.
There it is.
Sebastian's commission. There it is.
Nice.
I'm stealing that so that I can update your in-game profile.
Got it for $10 fucking.
Nice.
I'm gonna go see Steven.
Very nice.
Wait there, wait there, buddy.
I'm gonna excuse me, I'm gonna save this here. Oh god, my memes folder was the last thing I saved. Let's go to D&D P's and Q's Season 2. That is not how you spell Sebastian, but that's fine. God, it is a very nice picture. I'll see if I can get this up on stream.
Yay! Artwork section.
Bibbidi. I'm just gonna make an overlay here. Media source. Yeah, add source.
What the frick?
I think at some point I'll also get commission for mine at some point once I got money.
Why on earth would you pay for something like that? Literally just hop on World of Warcraft and make a JPEG of that.
That would require me to have given enough of a shit.
You think I'm kidding? I'll jump on like right now, make a gnome character, and boom, that's my character.
You're a gnome though. That's easy for you.
Okay, here we go.
We got the Lizard Squad over here.
What's that?
I said we got the Lizard Squad over here with me and Cameron.
Ah!
Yep.
There we go. There's the big boy in all of his glory. I'm gonna have to try.
I do have a commission, an old one, but yeah, that's for an older character.
That is Cameron's brand new character. So there's that.
Oh, nice.
Epic.
And I'm gonna update the Roll20 version of his character with that.
You know, I'm not even kidding. I'm just gonna grab a screen cap of my Gnome Warlock and WoW and send that to you.
I mean, yeah, it works. I mean, right now at the moment, I have just a screenshot from Hero Forge of my character.
Bop-a-da-bop. Bibbidi-boo. Might take it a second to upload there. Gosh, the internet is not holding up well thanks to this upload. Next time I should ask Cameron first.
So we're just waiting on Dusty now?
We're waiting on Dusty and Harley, and then Steven is going to join Cameron in his room to join via, I don't know, I guess phone.
Alright.
We'll have to see how that goes. Okay. Ba-ba-da-boopy. Boop-a-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
But yeah, I spent $1,400 on a new computer, and they'll be here like tomorrow or so that'll be great.
Ah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it a pre-built then?
Yeah, I like it's my first one, so I'm just gonna start with something easy for now, and also because this computer's about the
Listen.
one I have is about the bus.
The stigma on pre-builts is too much. What up? I'm gonna beat your ass if you try to argue with me. My computer is great and it's a pre-built. You can suck my ass.
It's great. Is that why it keeps blue screen?
Look how fucking big that is, by the way. Here, hang on. I'm gonna show this to the stream. I'm gonna show this to the freaking stream here.
Is that a tablet that you
This is my drawing tablet. So this was a graduation gift. This thing is fucking as wide as I am.
It is. It's a big boy.
Yeah, it is this massive thing that I have yet to fully unpack because this desk space is not enough.
Who are you talking to, by the way, that was talking about pre-builts?
I'll have to do it later.
Doug? Okay, Thug and Duggan.
No.
Because of the fact
No.
I'm actually not going to show pre-builts.
Okay, good. But we don't need to have a big thing about this.
All I'm saying
There's
is that
Dungeons to Dragon.
due to the GPU shortage, unfortunately, it's actually more efficient to get a pre-built because it's like the only way you can get a GPU for decent price.
Ah,
Yeah, no, it's
that's
freaking
actually pretty
nuts.
smart.
It's horrible. But yeah.
All right. So, yes.
When's the stream start?
I've been needing to
Now,
update my
it's
PC
on.
for
I thought it was
ages
gonna
now,
start in, like at 4.
It's
but I
4.
can't because freaking
It's 4:08.
Yeah.
cards have been ridiculous ever since Bitcoin became big.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too bad. It's an RTX 3060, I believe, and
This is you?
can't remember anything else it has in it.
Persona campaign? Oh, that was you. Yeah. Looks like the protagonist
Ooh.
from,
I hear conversations about the Persona campaign. I can't believe I forgot I'd run that a while ago.
But yeah, this computer I'm on, it's about at its limit, so I have to get something else at the moment. Because
What
yeah, it's
the
needed.
action? Hold the frick up! I'm getting a Geico. I'm getting a freaking Geico ad that has like Portal 2 in it. What the heck?
Wait.
That's
what?
I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. The Geico Gecko is holding a portal gun.
I'm not ready for this. I did not ready for this in the Portal lore. It's confusing enough already. We don't need the Geico Gecko in Portal lore. Not necessary. Oh crap! I forgot to fix this thing. I'm gonna rip this Band-Aid off. Come on.
One of the few times we're gonna actually look for that now.
Oh, that's spilling everywhere. Oh, that was a bad idea. How bad is that?
I know. My dad's engineering.
Okay. So maybe it's not gonna be
Oh
that
my
bad.
god, it's a thing.
Okay. I have the hat.
Easy.
I am wearing the hat. I'm pretty sure this is not how I'm supposed to wear this, but I cannot wear it any other way thanks to headphones. So, there you go.
Big sad.
Big sad indeed.
Hey, Dominic, do you have an extra pair of earbuds or anything in there? I don't know if my Xbox headset will work.
I don't have an extra pair of earbuds in here. I have an extra like set of headphone, like a headset that is designed for computers. It's my old headset.
Hey, well, I've seen everything now. I think I've seen that commercial. Yep, that's the thing.
Jeepers.
No jump. No jump. You can do it.
So while we wait for the other two to show, the Warforged in my other game is thinking about not quitting. In fact, he's going to stick around for another session, which is just not fun because now I'm kind of thinking about staying for that next session to see if things pick up. But honest to goodness, like, if you fuck up this much, you gotta, like, I don't know. I do see Harley is here. He is here in gaming. I need to stop to... Ow.
Uh-oh.
But I have my headset on and I'm ready to go.
Oh, jeez. You're also very loud. I need to turn you the hell down.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just that usually I have you, like, you're on whatever other thing you have, and it's really quiet. Right now, you are, like, booming mic loud.
The joys of having to go from using my laptop to using my phone and my cheapest pair of headsets. Dusty should be getting on here any second.
Does, Cameron, do you still need a headset for Steven?
Yeah, we do, because I don't know if my Xbox One will work. We can try it.
We'll try it. I'm gonna go get the other one, if it's necessary.
Hello?
Hi! Welcome to the party.
Gaming.
Now, 15 minutes, we're just about ready to actually play.
PlayStation side.
Perhaps, mayhaps, possibly.
I don't know if
Who the hell knows at this point?
They might work with.
Oh shoot, I forgot to spend, because I was playing Casey's mod, I was playing it just up to the wire here. I completely forgot to go get myself something to drink. So, I'll tell you what, gamers, I'll be back in 2 minutes with something to drink so that I don't burn my throat out on this, and then we'll begin right off there. Yeah. Life is unfair.
Oculus virtual audio device?
No.
How did this happen?
Yeah, the Oculus is definitely not the headset you're using.
Let's see what we got. What's the name of
Goddamn
this?
world.
Let's see.
I signed into you.
Alright, Dipshits Incorporated.
Oh, you did? That's me?
No.
Take this if that doesn't work.
Okay.
Ow, fucking elbow.
Thank you.
You didn't even close. There you go. I want to show you something.
Narnia.
I want to show you, Steven. I'm on a waiting list. I'm on a waiting list for this.
That's pretty amazing, dude. I want to get the sad mecha one.
Oh, the sad Neko? Oh, Steven.
Very sad.
That's fucked up.
Fuck that dog. Headset, right?
Headset.
Figure stuff.
Do you not have water? Oh, he doesn't have water.
He's
It's like I have to get up now and get the dog some water. But just stay here, okay? You pulled my Charizard off the board. Sit. Sit. Did you just call my dog Squidward? Sigurd, sit! You're not going out. Sit. No. Wait.
Yeah, it's working. Sigurd, it's okay.
We game. Perhaps. Someday.
Maybe.
Highway patrolman.
No,
Oh,
sheriff.
Buddy. Oh. You're up on the bed with Steve.
Yeah, he jumped up and started lifting me.
Hold Steven. Like VR space.
Right there.
Yeah.
Now you need an AR space.
And use that tiny ass space. I have punched the roof more times than I can count.
I'm
Game?
going to peek through you rather than through the back behind us.
I got you.
Hello, Parker and Doug and Dusty and Harley.
Can you
Have
guys
you
hear
no
Steven?
mic to mute?
I heard him through yours, but I didn't hear him through his own.
Yeah,
There they go.
Yeah.
we're sharing the mic because he's in the room with me.
Oh, okay.
That works.
So that took me
Yeah,
a second or two
that works.
more than I wanted it to, because the fucking
you have to
fridge
change the water?
was not closing. Like, not right. It was, yeah, something was wrong with the fridge.
You
Hang
Hulk
on.
smashed it too hard and it wouldn't close.
I don't know. I didn't Hulk smash it. Like, it was open when I went up there, so I had to figure out what was wrong with it. And, like, the thing wasn't closing properly because one of the flaps was, like, out or something.
I think Cameron told you you had a smelly wiener.
Okay. And?
What a great way to open this conversation.
Do you have any comments?
No.
Wow! Unforgiven.
Oh, what? I didn't
Confirm.
take the fucking bait? Rip me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rip me.
Back to game.
Yes, so we are
So, I would
finally...
like to- before we start, I would like to point out that there is still a secret we didn't uncover. For remember that room with the press down or the pressure plate puzzle?
Yeah, we've
Hold on,
solved
hold on.
it.
No. The secret. There was that wind bellowing from one of the braziers that we never
yeah.
took the time to solve because we were on a time crunch. So I think before we leave, we should at least go and check that out while we have the time.
Well, speaking
Sure,
of
why not?
which, you guys are still, as of last session, and I'll do a really quick recap just for anybody who needs a recap. Last session, essentially, you guys had heard about what you needed to do with the kobolds and to get a cure for one of the sick and to cure those of you who were sick. After going through the dungeon, having a couple of mishaps with falling spike traps and some other shenanigans, you guys ended up fighting a gigantic infected yeti. Through some things that don't really need to be explained over again, things got a little bit tricky, but thanks to the paladin, everything came out okay. Had a pretty genius play. So right now, you guys had just been gifted a bunch of things from the kobolds as kind of a...
No.
We'll say that basically they were thanking you for helping them out, essentially. And so each one of you got a little clockwork creature to use on your adventures. And so that's where we'll start. The kobolds are all off currently packing their things, leaving you guys a little while to yourselves to collect your thoughts and to do anything that you might want to do before you guys leave.
Okay. Alright, so now I am officially all ready, set up to go. Okay, so Sebastian is going to remind the party. Apparently I got 17,000 notifications all at once. But
Yeah, I can hear that.
Okay, so that's a reminder. Okay, got
it. So he's going to inform the party about the wind bellowing. And I think we should go and check that out before we leave. So make sure we've covered our bases.
Yeah. That would be a good idea.
Have we taken a short rest, Dom? Or a long rest?
I suppose we probably should before we head out.
So what I'll say is that during the off time between sessions, you guys did take a long rest, so you guys can all get the benefits from a long rest for this. So feel free to restore all of your faculties there.
I'm not surprised. Every single time something good, Parker's just gaming.
I could say epic gamer moment instead.
Oh no, I would rather die than you do that.
Why, dude? We must unleash the gamers upon the world.
Did you make sure my HP has a +10?
I do believe, yeah, you should be showing 7363 on, here on the stream. I just updated your, in-game counter, too.
Desu.
I need to quickly refill Boga's lay on hands. There we are.
Chat roller.
Yeah, I just have to mime everything to Dusty so that he can do it, so I can drive.
The dice roller really hated me.
By the way, make sure that everybody is back in the Roll20 for things here. It shouldn't be too much for this session, but still, just in case.
As much as we can.
So before everybody saunters off to go deal with what Cameron pointed out, does anybody have anything they want to do? Or need to do?
Well, I need to expend a trail ration, probably.
Dude, why the fuck is the internet so bad down here?
Good question.
Oh boy.
Oh shit, I've got one trail ration left. Looks like Sebastian's gonna start digging into the dog tree.
They're gone.
Don't worry, bro. Don't worry, bro. I've got plenty. You can use one of mine if you need it.
I have one left after this one, so.
My character doesn't know you. Probably would
Maybe we should go shark hunting.
You guys are gonna go shark hunting again?
We're gonna have to. So we can get some extra food.
What?
Oh, I should have a generalized. While you guys are doing a couple of things, I'm gonna make a whoopsies. Yep, I'm gonna make a quick little generalized battle map here.
Oh yeah.
Hey, no. Okay, now you're coming down. Get
While
down.
I'm thinking about it, Don,
No,
you should
that doesn't
probably
mean
heal
lay on
Sigurd
food.
on the
Get
roll
down.
20.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that in just a hot second. Okay, yeah, that will suffice for a general battle map. Let me get back here, and let me just... Hagabooey. There he is. Sigurd is back to full HPs. Okay.
I'm the family.
I guess you are.
So,
Dominic, Sigurd is mouthing Steven.
Yeah.
Look at my hand.
very nice. So, Sebastian, are you going to lead the way over to that place you were looking at?
Sure thing. I shall lead. I'm just gonna slide myself all the way over there just to save time, because I think that'd be easier. So I'm
Okay.
just gonna be standing in front of this.
Sorry.
Again,
Calm down.
Sebastian has the perception of a literal deaf bat, so
It's not like you need it, though. You did find it previously. So, locating the hole again isn't exactly going to be a difficult task.
okay.
I'm gonna bring the two little boys with you. They are hot on your heels.
Cameron has little boys with him.
I have one. His name is Boga.
Boga's not a little boy. Fuck you, Dominic.
Okay. I mean, he's like 3.5 feet tall, but go off, I guess.
Ha! Inferior height. I am 4 cheese wheels high.
Will you stop describing your height like that? He has that written in his sheet.
I know.
Why? I don't know, man.
I like
It's
it.
1.5.
Fine, I'm gonna go on to Sebastian's sheet and describe him as 12 footballs tall.
Since Dusty and Harley are not back in the Roll20 yet, I'm gonna move their tokens for now. I'm just gonna have you guys well, dude, you describe to me what you guys are gonna do.
American or European?
I'm gonna.
My token, right?
Yes, I have everything ready for when it's necessary here. Okay.
Gaming.
So, Sebastian is currently kneeling on the floor, and aha, there it is, right beneath
Okay,
the brazier.
I'm gonna point it out to everybody in the party, especially to my more perceptive, intelligent party members. This is the hole. I figured since it was blowing wind from a windowless area, I figured it might be an important thing to check out.
I see. Can we try moving the brazier to see the hole underneath?
You certainly could.
Okay, we do that.
All right. So collectively, a couple of you guys grab the brazier and move it a few feet out of the way, thus exposing the tile that the hole is sitting on. With that done, you guys all get a decently good look, though it's a fairly small hole, definitely not that big. It's also not too deep, about 1/2 inch or so deep.
Keep it out there, boss. Unless Seeger just turned the volume all the way down.
Can you not hear anybody?
Yeah.
Hello?
Okay, Sig, no more.
Yep, I can hear everybody too, so just in case anybody thinks there's internet stuff going on.
Cool.
You Baka Oni-chan.
So, forgive me, I had trouble hearing. We were able to move the brazier.
Yes.
Yep, and the hole is now exposed and we got a good look at it. So what do we see in there?
So the hole itself is not very deep. It's only about a 1/2 inch deep, and it's basically just this little circular indent in the tile.
Okay.
I'm gonna try pushing down on the indent, see if anything happens.
Okay, you kneel down and begin feeling around on the bottom of the indent and pushing it. You don't actually feel it move or really respond to your touch at all.
Is there like a... So you said that the indent is circular. It's not just a straight hole, or it's just an indent?
It's if you were to cut out like something the size of a cookie in the stone and lift it out.
What's a cookie?
Great question. We'll answer that next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Are there cookies in this universe?
Steven, I swear to God. Oh my God. Okay. Any slut. I'm gonna... I want to ask, does it look like maybe something like an object, or might be a keyhole, or maybe it's
Well, if you had a circular like disc-like object, it would probably fit in there, though it'd have to be the right size.
Did we gather anything like that in here?
Don't
Not
I
that
have
I
the
remember.
circular stone that tells time?
Oh yeah. Wasn't a circular thing we got from the south room?
Kunj, you are absolutely correct. One of you, and I believe it was Senior Bunny Bard, has picked up something from a stone box that was pretty circular in the southern, the
That's right, the coin.
southwestern.
Yeah.
You should try putting it in the hole.
yeah.
Let's put the coin in the hole.
Ocularis, you fish the coin out of your possessions there, and once again, just taking a look at the coin, you guys note that, just in case anybody had forgotten, it is essentially a little emblem of a person clad in silk. though their face is a bit obscured, and also, artistic license on it doesn't really have a lot of detail. But Ocularis, you kneel down and you place the little circular coin into the hole, and it is a very snug but pretty perfect fit. As you place the coin into the hole, there is a sudden puff of air, and the wall in front of you, just ahead... Whoops, I need to get my reveal going here. It slides downwards into the floor. Though the seam where it does slide was so minute that it was almost impossible to see. And it reveals a small hallway.
Oh. Small as in, we have to crawl through it? Or
This hallway, unlike the hallway that you had seen before, is standard person height. Probably about 7 feet tall. So, the tallest among you may have to crouch a little bit, or duck, but it is definitely around the height of a normal person.
Sebastian, lead the way.
You got it, Home Slice.
I'm gonna zoom in on this other thing here because it's zoomed out a little bit far. There we go. That's a little bit better.
Weapon to not use.
Okay, so Sebastian, as you make your way through the pipe, or rather the hallway, not pipe, I don't know why the hell I said that, you can see it kind of curve off a little bit in multiple spots. And then as you approach the end of the hallway here, you come up across a wall. It essentially it looks like near a dead end here.
Okay, I'm gonna start pushing on the walls.
Okay,
Just maybe to see if any of them seem to move or budge or hey, Sig, no.
You can lay down up here. It's fine.
Okay.
As long as you're laying down.
I'm afraid he's gonna tackle you every time he jumps up there.
So, with that in mind, you begin pushing against the wall, and you shove and... No, nothing happens when you're pushing against the wall here.
Okay.
You can make me a perception check, or if you would like.
That's a great idea. I'm gonna do that. I can't promise anything, but
Hey, you've been pretty lucky about them this time around.
just a flat D20 roll. Let's go.
Hey, I got a nat 20 on it.
Hey, that's fun. Sebastian is just like pushing against the wall. No, go ahead.
Motherfucker.
I mean, hold on. What's the...
My poor YouTube recommended is gonna be fucked
There it is.
because of you. Please sign out of my account for the love of God.
If Steven, you fat bitch. So Sebastian prods a little bit at the wall looking about, and he sees nothing as he's pushing, and he just kind of huffs. Meanwhile, the gnome steps right in between his legs, and he walks up to the wall, and you definitely notice it. There is another very, very faint breeze blowing by here, and with your excellent perception on this occasion, you notice those very, very thin, like, not indents. I said the word 20 seconds ago and I completely forgot. Seams. You can see those very, very thin seams around the wall that seem to indicate that this might be some kind of door. But again, it does not open.
Well,
No clear
Jammerman can
no
fit
clear mechanism
under-
inside, or should I just... Is there no mechanism in sight?
You
Otherwise,
can't
I'm just going
see.
to direct Sebastian.
Yeah, you can't see any kind of mechanism in sight at all.
Okay. I'll just direct Sebastian to the seams and show him where he would need to push if it is like a door.
Okay.
So,
Direct me.
Sebastian, the gnome kind of points out the seams to you, and you begin pressing into them just to keep a good eye out. But I guess I wasn't super clear. The entire wall there kind of has these seams, and as you're looking at it, you think to yourself, this might be the case of a gigantic stone slab that kind of is superimposed against what would be the end of the tunnel. So it's a bit wider, the slab, actually, than the tunnel itself. So it doesn't appear to work on any kind of hinge. Probably like the last door, it must slide somehow, up or down. You're not sure.
Okay, I will start sliding it in various directions. I'll start sliding up.
Well, I'm gonna walk back to the guys who are still outside the tunnel and tell them to remove the little coin, see if it'll open on our end or not.
Yeah, we got a rogue, a wizard, and a paladin. We're good on here.
All right. With that, essentially hearing that, Boga walks up to the coin slot and he gently removes it on command from the party member here. It takes him a second though, and once it does, the door behind you slams shut. And once again, this area is completely engulfed in darkness. But in front of you, the room ahead reveals itself with the door sliding to open.
It's big brain time, guys.
Well done, Jammerman. So, taking a look, the issue now is that there is no light. But you see a small hexagonal room as long as you have dark vision. I think all of you do, right?
I don't think Sebastian does.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna cast. I don't, so I'm just gonna cast Firebolt in my hand, or hold in my hand to light up my area.
Yeah, I was just about to suggest that's gonna do the same.
Okay.
I'll strike a torch. I got 10 of them.
Or I could just literally cast the spell Light.
I mean, that is also an option.
Light a torch.
Well, either way, Jamberman, since you're the one who sees most readily here, what you are seeing is a very, very small hexagonal room that stretches up a little bit higher than the tunnel, probably up to about 15 feet. As you step in, you see two braziers that are completely snuffed out. There is nothing. You can feel a small breeze coming in from the roof, which seems to have a couple of holes. You can't tell if it's from design or if it's from just natural decay. But also in front of you, there is a large statue of a silk-clad person in a bit more detail, but it definitely matches the coin that you were seeing before. And at the statue's feet, there is a stone chest. It's about the size of, I mean, I don't know, a really good version. It's about the size of a microwave.
This sucks. We don't have the pickaxe of chest smiting. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. We need that pickaxe.
For convenience sake, I'm going to cast a message through the stone wall so that they can hear me, and I tell them to take it out so we can get the pickaxe of chest smiting.
So
needs to be the one to get it, because I don't think I can get around.
Boga then puts the coin back in, which causes this room to shut off once again, and it lets the other door open. Kunj, are you gonna grab the pickaxe?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the pickaxe. Like, so he needs a pickaxe.
All its glory.
Okay.
Kunj just look at it in awe, like, okay.
Wisdom save to not be taken by his beauty.
Fail.
You can't win.
You can't fail. Or you can't win. So Kunj makes his way back in, and Boga places the coin back in the slot, thus reopening the room. No need to light a torch because of the dancing lights that are always going through this whenever this pickaxe is being used. There is enough light in the room. So who's doing the honors?
I say Sebastian. I'm not strong enough.
Sebastian.
I grab the pickaxe and bask in its glory for a moment as I march over and I yell, "Reckless disregard for my safety!" and smash it with the pickaxe as hard as I can.
The pickaxe comes swinging down onto the stone box, and it easily crushes the stone in its wake. It leaves the top of the box essentially in pieces, and the rubble falls into the box in response to the pickaxe's swing.
Oh yeah. I haven't felt this power in a while.
Let's search through the box.
I searched through the box. Yeah.
Sebastian, you begin to comb through the box, kind of pushing away the rubble that you created, and the box is almost completely empty. As you pick pieces of the rock out of the box and toss them aside, something reveals itself at the very bottom. It is about the size of what you would imagine to be your standard coin, but it's definitely not a coin. It's a small, like, golden piece. Essentially, if you were to take what would be a ring of gold, that's kind of like tubular, it's as if a piece of that was broken off. It's like half of a ring of gold.
I hold it up, and like Frodo in the movies, and then just disregard it and hand it over to somebody smarter than me.
Well, before you disregard it, Sebastian, as you look at the ring like Frodo, mostly just being dramatic, you can't help but notice there is some kind of sigil on the bottom of the ring there, or at least the piece of what you assume to be a ring. And it's very strange, and you can't really tell what it is, because half of it is gone. Presumably because the piece of it must be broken off in some way.
So, a sigil like magical sigils.
You're not sure. It's like a symbol or some kind of etching into the piece.
Okay, what I'm gonna do, because I can barely see shit in this room. Well, no, the dancing lights and the pickaxe are doing just fine. Okay, so I'm gonna hand the ring to Jammerman, because he knows magic and shit way better than me. So I'm gonna walk over and hand him the ring. And this is interesting. I have no idea what it means. And
I'm gonna go ahead and do an Arcana check if I can.
Well,
I'm gonna help him just to help, but yeah.
Are you proficient in Arcana, Kunj?
I am.
Well, I'm not technically, but I do know that I am a magical person, at least.
Without proficiency in Arcana, I'm not going to allow you to really do the help action in this situation, because there isn't a whole lot that you can really give forth on this. Jammerman, yes, you can roll an Arcana check.
Yeah, it's a 17.
Okay, so as you take a look at the sigil, you think back to everything that you know, and you try to search your brain thinking, well, what could this possibly mean? With the sigil being half broken off, you almost can't tell, but something tells you that this must be some kind of... It must activate something. Rather than being something that innately imbues magic into an item, it must activate something in some way. That's about it, though. You can't tell what kind of spell it activates, even what school, just because the sigil is only half there.
I'm going to relate that to both the other guys as we're walking out of the area and let them know that it's probably part of some larger mechanism.
Okay. Good to know.
I'm gonna knock on the door to let them know we're good.
Alright, so Boga removes the coin and hands it back to Ocularis, who was the original holder, and the door slides shut behind you.
Alright, well, we found something good. So I'm guessing now all there is to do is just prepare to leave and escort the kobolds out of here.
Well, actually, I'm going to go and walk over and ask the kobolds about it, see if they know anything about this sigil type thing that we found.
You can certainly do that. Give me just a second. I'm going to get this here.
I'm going to move my thing down here.
Yes, yeah.
Does Jammerman have 68 HP?
I do. I'm a wizard.
Yeah. So close to greatness.
You're a wizard?
We are so close.
I'm a wizard, Harry.
How the fuck do you have 68? I have 45 hit points.
You have 1
Because
point
I have-
away from greatness.
Because I have 14 Constitution.
Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense.
Okay.
I vote we bump Jamberman's health up by
I have
1.
a 16 in con. What the fuck?
So if anybody
I vote
needs
for
a
that as well.
reminder, I've added that fragment to your journals so that you can check it out.
Okay.
So we're gonna go
Okay.
swings here?
There you are. So, Jammerman and everybody else, as you guys are approaching, that is not what I meant to do. I need my select and move. Thank you. All of the kobolds have, at this point, gathered back up, and we're gonna say they were gathered around near the fire here, and they're taking the time to carefully snuff out the fire and gather up what little remains of their home they have. You know, scooping up some of the pieces of, bug meat that is still preserved. They have a couple of little tools and some other things that they've gathered up into small packs, and they've all kind of gathered around the fire. Jammerman, as you approach, do you have anything that you want to say specifically?
I'm going to go ahead and bring out the ring with the sigil on it, probably to Tikrik or whatever the leader was, and ask them about it.
Yeah. So you hold up to the ring and approach Tikyik, and she takes a moment and she examines the ring and she throws up her hands in a shrug and she says that this one has not seen something like this. Did he find it somewhere within this place?
I did. It was underneath the brazier that had a blowing wind under it. It was
Really?
behind a wall, behind all that. Yeah.
In which room?
The northwestern room.
Really? So in the tiered room there was just some kind of piece hanging somewhere? It's strange that this one or someone from the rest of us did not find it.
It was behind a hidden wall. Did you find anywhere else in this room that had like a strange blowing wind where there shouldn't be any?
No. This one has no idea. Honestly, while we were setting those kinds of things up, we ignored that tiered room mostly because, well, the only thing we used it for was to lock the big room in the back.
I see. I'm going to suggest to the other party members that we look over some of the other rooms to see if we can find a similar recess.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good idea as well.
Obviously not the one that we got the coin from, because I assume it wouldn't be in the same room as that.
Okay.
That would be quite
the room with two statues that has the gear in the middle. There was a puff of air from that.
You do remember though that happened once, and once you did, you pulled that up, and that is where you found the small coin.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So probably the trap room. I don't think that we did a full examination of there because we were trying not to die.
Yeah, I was.
That's an accurate rendition of our actions in that room.
Yeah, I still remember the general layout of some of the traps, not all of them.
I could just cast Feather Falling on myself and then run across the top. I probably wouldn't weigh enough to activate any of the traps.
Okay, that sounds a bit smart there, actually.
Yeah. So I think that's the plan then. I'm gonna go to the trap room, cast a light. I'm gonna ask Ocularis for the coin, obviously. So if I find it, I can get to it.
And I'm also gonna just try my best to kind of point to where generally there are other holes and everything else.
I'm gonna obviously go around any of the already activated traps so I don't fall in, but I'm gonna trace the edges of the room to see if I can find any.
Yeah.
So with this, I want you to make me an investigation check.
Okay. Let me double check.
No.
Actually, with the feather falling, you shouldn't be able to activate the traps actually, so you should be good.
17.
Did you say it was 17?
Yep.
Okay. So The unfortunate realization comes to you as you're going through the entire wall here that you are not feeling any kind of breeze, you aren't seeing any indents or seams, and you're feeling a bit disheartened with your time that you spent moving around. But something that you do notice, and you think that somebody may have missed the last time, is as you're approaching this hole right here. Oh, whoops, I need to move the other thing so that everybody can see this. Doop, doop, doop. There you go. As you're approaching that hole and your light kind of casts down to it, you see the glint of something at the very bottom of the pit, and impaled on the spikes, you can see a skeleton.
A skeleton?
Yep.
Oh.
I'll cautiously make my way down the pit, taking care not to get stabbed on anything, and inspect the skeleton.
Okay, and you're just going to use Featherfall to do this? I still want you to make me an acrobatics check, because there are a lot of spikes down this pit, and it would be hard to avoid getting pricked, even if you were going pretty slow.
Sure. That'll be wet dex, so just standard.
Another 17. Another 17.
I don't have a bonus to this.
Here's hoping.
Oh god.
Oh,
uh-oh. So Jamberman, you confident in your actions, you kind of like sit down on the edge and then push yourself gently into the hole so that you can fall down into it. You begin to move downwards and you're like, all right, time to adjust myself here so I don't land on any of the spikes. And as your feet touch the ground at the bottom, you realize that you've made a grievous miscalculation and one of the spikes pierces your right butt cheek.
Uh-oh.
Well, at least I'm not taking bludgeoning damage.
You aren't going to take bludgeoning damage, but you are going to take 5 piercing damage and 2 poison damage as the spike just essentially pinches into your butt cheek and injects a little bit of the remaining poison that was on it.
And that's how much damage total?
7 damage total.
Okay.
Sorry about that, man.
It happens.
Life goes on. But now that you're down in the hole, you can see that there is definitely what appears to be a skeleton. But this is not the skeleton of a kobold, as you would probably expect. No. This is the skeleton of a humanoid. There are scraps of leather at the bottom of this that have definitely decayed over time, and, probably the body decomposing around it didn't really do it much favor, so there's a thick viscous gunk that has dried into a paste, and then some just remnants of dust at the bottom of the pit. Though within the skeleton's hands, you again see the glint of something.
I'm going to go ahead and check to see what that is on his hand.
So, taking a look at the hand, you manage to see a small ring, but it's not just that was glinting. It looks like he's clutching some kind of opaque crimson gemstone.
Ooh.
I'll go ahead and pull it off of his... I'll go ahead and grab it off of him then.
Okay, are you grabbing just the gemstone, or are you grabbing both the ring and the gemstone?
Well, obviously both, but I'm
Okay.
interested in the gemstone in particular.
No, Jamberman grabs some of the gunk and puts it in a little pouch and leaves.
I mean, he could. I'm sorry. Anyway. So, you can go ahead and add that opaque crimson gemstone to it, to your inventory there. Hang on,
Okay.
I just have
That
to...
could potentially be very valuable.
Yeah, I'll have it appraised in a bit here.
I missed the
It's just an opaque gemstone, or is there any other?
Just an opaque crimson gemstone. Nothing else of note, so it's probably just worth something.
Sorry, weren't we going to trade some of the kobolds to the jewelers?
Okay.
We were going to try.
So, as you pick up the ring too, one thing that you do note is that while it doesn't appear very opulent. It's maybe a very, very basic, like, silver ring. You do note that it has a small signet on it in the shape of a rat.
Rat signet, huh? I'm gonna see if it fits together with the other part of the thing that we found earlier at all.
Unfortunately, no. That is, first off, that is gold, and so it doesn't match the silver ring that you've got at all. On top of that, what you're holding, which is this piece, it's much thicker. It's as if it were a piece of, I don't know, like the thickness of a door knocker, maybe? And it's just tubular. So it's definitely a piece of a much larger thing than this small ring.
Okay, well, I'll grab the ring regardless.
All right, you can go ahead and grab that ring.
Is there anything else notable down here, or was that the only thing of note on this corpse?
With the rest of it having completely decomposed and or just this whole, just the skeleton either having had anything left over just completely picked over by something, or maybe he didn't bring anything in here at all besides that, it's just completely empty besides those two things.
Okay, in which case I'm going to extract myself and Mario wall jump my way out of this pit.
That sounds just fine.
Oh yeah, and I already did my roll to check to see if I maintained my feather falling concentration.
I noticed. You seem to be doing just fine on that. I'm just doing a quick little thing here. Just in case.
Now, while he's doing that, do you mind if I talk to what was her name? The leader.
Or whatever.
Tikyik.
Tikyik.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tikyik. I'm gonna talk to her.
Okay.
Where is she?
She's just huddled around the fire along with the rest of the kobolds, waiting for you guys
Chilling
since
in
you
the
said you
room.
would escort them.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask her. You're a skilled alchemist or medicine person, correct?
Huh? Yes, Tikyik is decently skilled with alchemy and various other things, though, like the rest of us, she is very much better at building things. Had to impromptu learn most of her alchemical stuff in the last couple of weeks, but yes.
Well, if there's anything you need back home or back in Dominatus, just let the carpenters and the builders know, and they'll build it for you.
Well, this one is highly grateful for that, and is sure that the rest of us are as well. We will make sure to do that. It is quite generous of the lot of you to be allowing this one and us to be going.
Well, I won't lie, it is mutually beneficial. You seem as skilled alchemist, and we could use that.
Well, again, this one thanks you.
Of course. Just let us know if you need any sort of amenities, such as any alchemical supplies or any building materials or anything. Just tell us and we can get on getting you there.
Okay, will do. Oh, I fucked up this hat. And it is now dropping little feathery pieces everywhere.
That's
Like,
good.
so yeah, I'm gonna have a huge mess to clean up at the end of this night.
Good
Ugh.
job.
Don't breathe them in.
I just want to fill my lungs.
I'm going to recommend to the other party members that we check back where the Yeti was to see if we can find the other half of this contraption that we've been looking for. Because we've already checked most of the other rooms for pieces associated with it. It seems that the big room would be the last one we haven't really checked.
Okay.
That's true.
So you guys make your way back into the big room, and as you guys are doing so, you notice something that you guys completely missed during your the last couple of minutes because there was so much franticness going on and a lot of worry. There is another small stone chest at the very top of the room near the mural that's basically at the end there.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that 20, I missed that as well.
Bring the
Wow.
pickaxe.
Get the pickaxe.
I never handed that back to freaking Ocularis. That's my bad.
I need to. There we go. Took me like 2 minutes to get Boga out from underneath that that thing on the floor there. So you guys head on over, and the pickaxe of chest smiting. Sebastian, go ahead and make the swing.
Okay. I raise it up with a mighty huff, and once again, my safety be damned, bring it down as hard as I can.
You bring the pickaxe down onto the small stone chest, and the top once again crumbles under the weight of your mighty swing. Inside the chest, you can see the glimmer of coins amongst the rubble.
Oh my money! Cha-ching. All right, what do we got? I'm going to sift through it and count it out to get ready to split it.
So, I'm just going to post this in the chat so that everybody can see it as well. You can see that there are 100 gold pieces and 200 silver pieces in this small chest. And you also find, after picking through everything, that the kobolds must have been using this to store some of the important stuff, or maybe just some of the more delicate components. There are a lot of advanced, basically a bunch of mechanical clockwork components stuffed in there. So you get a small box's worth of advanced mechanical components.
Okay. So, there are...
There. Hopefully you guys can all see that. It's not a lot, just to think, but yeah. Just in case you guys want to split that up.
I'll go ahead and nab the mechanical components if you want to put the rest in the camp fund.
That's up to you guys. I'm gonna put my share in the camp fund.
I can put my share in the camp fund as well.
Yeah, we can. We were saying before, especially with the loot that we found earlier, that we were just gonna split it once everything's done. So we're just checking through this area to make sure we got everything before we go. Until then, putting it in the camp fund so we just have a running total was a good idea, I think.
Okay.
And just on that note as well, as you guys are investigating everything, no matter what, as you guys go through everything, there is still not another breeze or anything similar coming from anywhere in this place. It seems like it seems like there is truly nothing else of note or any other secret doors from your investigations.
Dang. Good thought. I guess good thought, though. I guess that's all the rooms, then. Or did we check the, that liver room?
That's where the coin came from.
Oh, true. Sorry.
I mean, we can check it over one more time just for giggles, but
even if you guys do want to go through and do it, I won't waste the time on it because you guys don't find anything else in that room either.
That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah.
In which case, I guess we could investigate the quarantined room to see if there was anything in those. We haven't checked there yet.
The kobold, the rest of the kobolds' rooms. As you guys approach, and you guys take a look through them, you guys can go through them all, but honestly, there doesn't appear to be a whole lot left. What was left was likely gathered up by the kobolds, kind of in a joint effort, as you guys keep looking through the rooms, getting some odd looks from the kobolds themselves, and you find really nothing else of note.
All right. Well, in which case, I think we're going to have to leave this undiscovered until now. Maybe we'll find the other piece later.
Maybe there's another ruin like this one that we'll encounter at some other point.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Yeah, there gotta be a counterpart to this.
So with that, are you all going to be taking your leave from this ruin?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that would be it for the
Okay.
dungeon.
With that, the party all gathers up. The kobolds follow the rest of you out
Sigurd, no!
in order to basically use you guys for a little bit of protection on their way back to the big city, per your promise. and you guys make your way out onto the snowy mountainside. As of right now, it is 11 p.m., so it's pretty dark and it's pretty cold, but it seems like the kobolds have some decent dressings on them. They don't seem to be too bothered by it. Definitely...
Didn't we just take a long rest now? Shouldn't it be like
Yes.
close to morning?
No, because you guys took a long rest starting at 2 p.m. It is around 11 o'clock right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So it's pretty dark. You guys can. I'll let you guys take time to wait it out till morning if you guys really want to, or we can. You guys can begin making your way down right now.
Well,
probably. I would suggest that we wait just in case. It'll be easier for us to travel when it's light out.
Yeah,
Also
plus,
it gives you a chance to recover.
Yes, that's
and
also
we're more likely to get ambushed in the dark.
Yep. Not all of us have dark vision.
Okay. So as you guys are finishing all of this up, and you guys take another rest near the entrance there, we're gonna bop this over. It is now the 13th of the 11th month, just for those of you who care. And you guys wake up, and we'll say, since you guys got to sleep pretty early, we'll say it's like 6 a.m. That seems like a relatively normal time to wake up.
He's got food now. Come.
And now you guys step out to the morning sun rising up and casting a gentle orange glow onto the side of the mountain that you guys are standing on. And with that, let me get you guys all moved over here.
Ooh,
there you
map.
go. You guys find yourselves on the map. I have to move this. So just as note,
On Roll20, that makes me happy.
just as note, you guys, of course, are the green wagon token up there. That is going to represent your current location. For those of you who don't know, each one of these hexes is about 4 miles. So it is a decently large amount of space here. Get the hell out of the turn order. Yeehaw. I'll just keep that there. And so, with that, you guys are going to begin to make your way down the mountainside. It's...
some reason I can't look at it.
This high up, you guys get a decently good vantage point on where you guys are. So it isn't difficult for you guys to navigate downwards, though there is the caveat that there is a lot of steep cliff here that you guys can either take some extra time to avoid, or if you guys want to, you can brave the cliff sides.
Is it the map super blurry for anyone else?
It'll take you some time to load up.
Yeah, it just takes a minute to load.
I'm gonna beat your ass, Steven, and I could. I'm right here.
I'll beat your mom's ass.
Can't.
She might be listening, you know.
She is, actually. She's in the Twitch right now.
Well, I wasn't talking about you, Wanda. It's a metaphor.
Way to dodge a bullet.
I will dodge every bullet but kill me.
So, are you guys going to break... Oh, I did want to mention, too, Cameron, since you were the only one who went ahead and activated your clockwork creature, from your pack where you have it stored, you hear the soft, a soft whirring, as it seems like the creature once again reactivates in some way, ready for use again today.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, once again, are you guys going to be braving a walk down the cliffside, or are you guys going to try to make your way down in a more easy fashion?
I say we take the easier fashion since we're also walking along with the kobolds.
Yeah.
Plus, don't want to take any unnecessary risks.
That sounds just fine. So, taking the more easy but a little bit longer pathway down the mountain, you guys make your way through the snow over the course of 2 hours and make your way back to the gigantic skull, which is nearby to where you guys left your boat. As you guys approach the boat, you note that, of course, it hasn't been moved, and nobody has really messed with it. If anybody did come by, Jamberman's very good idea to basically remove the mechanism for steering it was successful. So you guys are free to load up in the boat. Even though there are a lot more passengers, you guys should all be able to squeeze in just fine.
If we need to, the kobolds can sit on people's laps. They're small
Yeah.
enough.
It's not like they would really argue because, again, they are getting free passage back to a main city.
To the map.
All right.
Uh,
Shall we make our way back over to the City of Scales, or what's our path here, guys?
well, we could, but I don't know if the
We have to go to
ships can get-
Sandwave, then back
Yeah.
to the City of Scale.
Yeah,
Because we
we
have to return the thing.
This is true.
Don't do it, Steven. You won't load. It won't load and it'll fuck up the internet.
I wouldn't mind owning one of these
I know.
someday.
I want
Somehow
to,
we
but I
could.
can't.
That'd be nice. But
Well, considering that you guys seem to be at least in the good graces of the ship's captain enough for him to tell you about an ancient ruin that he heard about, you imagine that you could probably get him to sell you one.
Epic. Let's
True.
do it. Let's head to
Let's go.
Sandwave first, then.
yeah, and then we'll wait for him to show back up. Then we'll see if we can
My
get a deal.
question is where the hell would we use it? Like once we are done with being in the dunes and stuff, where are we going to use the thing?
Mm.
Your mom's
Because
house.
not everywhere here is dunes. It might be a waste of money.
Okay, so let me just kind of, I don't know if you guys are going to see it very well, so if I draw freehand right here, can you guys see it?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
glorious. So, judging by the way that this is, and you don't have a really good idea, but the entirety of the dry lake, which is about this, is a very similar kind of dune to the rest of it. And at about Sandwave, which is where the edge kind of is, so it's kind of like this, you imagine that the very sandy portions pretty much stretch this entire area. So having one of these boats is probably a very good way to travel such a large area without, taking too much time. That all
Also, we
make
don't
about
know
sense?
secrets.
Would it be
We also
able
don't
to?
know what-
Would it also be able to traverse around like the roads, or is it like only a high sand area that it can be used in?
High sand area. You imagine that if you were to try to use it on more coarse ground or a more solid ground, it'd kind of be like trying to ski on, concrete. I mean, it'll work, but it's going to destroy the bottom of the boat, and it's probably not going to be as effective as simply using a different mode of transportation, which you guys have anyway.
Yeah, we've
Okay.
got wagons and stuff.
The other thing also, there could be secrets in this entire area that we don't know about yet. So
Let's get back to
Why not?
Sandwave. Let's get back to Sandwave before you make any decisions.
yeah,
Yeah. Because they did give us a time frame for return.
Okay,
Yep.
so you guys all gather up and make your way to Sandwave. The winds today are actually very high, and while it affects visibility to a degree, so I want one of you, the best of you, to make me a survival check as kind of some sandstorms do whip up. To see how things go here.
That's probably going to be Ocularis, right?
survival.
Not sure.
Because of
Loading.
wisdom
Sure what
check.
I rolled persuasion, but I got an 11 for survival.
Okay, so if Ocularis is going to be the one to do it, and he's helping to navigate, it is definitely pretty tough with the reduced visibility. What would have been an incredibly quick day does get kind of reduced a little bit. You imagine that had you not had so much trouble with the visibility, it would have taken you only about 5 hours to get all the way over there at these high speeds. You have to take some time to re-get your bearings and make your way to Sandwave, and so it does take a couple of extra hours. By the time that you guys actually arrive at Sandwave, we're talking somewhere around it being 3 p.m.
Okay.
So, as you guys make your way towards Sandwave, you begin to see, that edge of the of the encampment slash village that is set up here, and you can see where all the boats were parked. With a bit of skill, you guys are able to get the boat parked in one of the slots, and everybody kind of unloads. At that moment, you actually see the person who gave you access to this steps out of the tent to see the incoming boat, and he kind of scoffs a little bit, and then he writes something down on a small sheet of parchment, and he enters the tent again.
Sounds like somebody didn't think we were coming back.
So you guys are safely docked back at Sandwave, docked in quotation marks.
Okay. I guess I will. Me, Boga, and Sigurd will jump down from the boat and stretch our legs and be thankful that we're on solid ground, or as solid ground as you could possibly be in the dunes.
Okay.
We'll check back in with the guy who rented it to us before.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys make your way up to the tent and just kind of move into it, and the guy looks up at you, and then he remembers that you guys just aren't part of the tribe, so he likely did what he did without thinking about it, and he's like, "Oh, you guys are free to go. I've locked your return."
Ah. Okay. There's no any extra paperwork we need to do.
Trust me, if I did any more paperwork than I already do, I'd want to basically kill myself. So, yeah.
Ah. Well, all right then. I guess we do have a question. How much is it to buy one of these boats?
You want to buy one of these? Yeah, for that, you're gonna have to get back in contact with the captain. We don't sell to those outside of the tribe. Ever. At least, so if you...
So he hasn't returned yet?
No. Usually the Dune Whale is out for days, weeks. It's a big vessel. You could essentially live on it forever. You know?
No.
So, yeah, he'll maybe be back. What, do you want me to, like, let you know? I guess I could send a courier to... what was it, the big city?
Skyrim courier.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Somehow always knows where you are no matter what you're doing.
The immortal
Stop
courier.
it.
He cannot die.
So, what? You guys got some place I can send him to then, if you're really that interested in buying one of these boats?
Think nothing of it. We might drop by later if we do decide to pick one up. Just ask the captain about it if he'd be alright with us purchasing one of our own.
I suppose I could be bothered to do that, and, I mean, we'll see if he'll even sell. That'd be the day. Come on, get out of here. I got shit to do.
Also, tell him we might have found what he was looking for. Maybe. We don't know.
Tell him that the ancient beast skull was an excellent marker for the cave that we found.
Okay.
And
And he writes something down as you're talking then. Anything else then?
Yep.
Before you guys go, don't want to be missing out on any of this riveting things to tell my captain.
No.
That'll be all, friend.
Wonderful.
For oozing white things.
May your feet carry you to warm sands.
Yeah.
You like trading
Stand
for coin.
I'll make a note of that too. And he writes down some stuff. And then he rolls up his little parchment and he sticks it in his pocket and he just kind of like eyes you as if he's waiting for you to leave.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why must this drag on forever?
No, I'm gonna stare at him the entire time as I leave the tent, not take my eyes off of him.
Great. He does not take his eyes off of you. And you guys begin to you guys make your way out of the tent, free to head on back to the big city.
Let's
Alright.
grab our wagon and get going.
So as of right now,
load the kobold, all of the new kobolds into the.
you guys did not leave. You guys did not leave your wagons here, though.
Yeah.
You guys brought
Yeah,
your wagons
we walked.
back, and you
Oh
guys
yeah,
walked.
that's true.
I
That
forgot
is
about
very
that.
true.
That was a while ago.
That was a long time ago. Yeah, we're walking.
On the road again, walking.
So, while walking through the more sandy portions just after Sandwave is a bit troublesome, you guys do make it back to the road pretty quickly, and so the long journey back to the City of Scales takes you only about another 4 hours. So, you guys are rolling in as the evening is also rolling in at about 7 p.m. Unfortunately, as per your last finding, you guys have to go all the way around to the original entrance, due to the fact that the military entrance is only for those in the military. As you guys begin to approach, you note that, of course, as usual, there is a long line, but strangely enough, as you guys are approaching, there is a longer line than usual, and a lot of people are actually swapping to a different line. At the front of such a line, you can see that somebody is very, very huffily talking to the gate guards, who are... It's pretty obvious they're not keen to let that person in. As you guys kind of get a little bit closer, you can hear the conversation going on. Steven, you are currently being denied entry to the city as of right now. And the guard basically looks at you again and he says, I don't care what you're here for or if you need shelter. If you cannot provide some kind of record of your personage or reason for traveling into the city, hell, even the country, then I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
How do I get one of these things?
I don't know. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go speak to somebody.
Tell me how to do it.
You're going to have to speak to whoever the hell sent you to this country, and you're going to have to find out what they're going to need to get us, because I'm not paid enough to find out what your reason for being here is.
Now,
if
do
you're
I
not
see
paid
this?
enough, why didn't you just let me in?
So yes, you guys do see this happening. And Steven, this whole scenario is obviously a little bit ridiculous because, you know, having basically come into this country without passing any of the borders through your various means, you don't have any reason or any way or anybody to get some kind of passage permission in. And so you're kind of a bit stuck.
So I'm gonna. I see this. So I'm assuming I can hear conversation, right?
Yes, you can hear the conversation going on.
What does Steven's character look like?
Steven, would you like to describe it?
Drow?
A drow?
Yeah, she's a drow with like pseudo ornate robes. Like she looks like she comes from like a noble family or used to.
Okay.
They're kind of worn. They don't look like they've been taken care of because you know, like nobles without servants, they kind of fall apart.
Yeah.
So she doesn't look ragged, but she looks like she's seen better days.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna go. There you are. We've been looking all over for you. We have a mission to complete.
My character takes a moment and then gives like a very minute smile.
Huh?
Based, you found me.
I'm glad. It's been so tough. Like, we have had no idea where you were, and we find you outside the gate. We expected you to be inside 2 days ago.
I'm sorry, honestly, I tried getting here sooner. Unfortunately, this humble guard here, who doesn't get paid enough, who's just doing his job, wouldn't let me in. Otherwise, I probably could have met up with you guys 10 minutes sooner.
They don't even have dental.
I'm gonna
We're
turn to
so
Poor
sorry.
guys.
But
I'm gonna turn to
we-
Ocularis and ask him, "Who the freak is this?"
This is Sebastian just feeling like he
I
wants to
smile
help
with
someone.
my quill, and I have no clue yet. Stuck right
Yeah. So
Yes.
So I go, we have paperwork, sir, and she's with us. I apologize. We got separated a while ago.
Ah, yeah, I remember you from a couple of days ago. Alright, just get in there. Don't say it.
Do.
If I ever-
Sorry for the trouble.
Make sure you don't get separated or get her a copy of your fucking paperwork. I'm not dealing with this bitch again.
I clap you on the shoulder. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. We'll see you later. I give him a smile and a finger.
There is a light amount of cheering from some of the people who were forced to wait behind this drow, and you guys make your way back into the city, past the gate.
Heroes of
Oh.
the people.
Hey. Oh,
Nice to meet you. Can I get your name?
you know, most elves. This is me speaking, not Exelia. Because her name's Exelia, but you don't know that because you just met her.
Okay. Okay.
My name is Mela. I really appreciate you helping me in, though I don't know why you did.
I'm feeling generous. Plus, you were holding up the line.
Wait, did you just get to cut in front of literally everyone?
Exactly.
Judging by the cheering, you don't imagine anybody minds.
Okay.
Anyway, my name is Sebastian. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Sebastian. Who are these other people who are trailing behind you?
He wants to bang you.
Oh, yeah.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
What the fuck, Nani?
Nani the shit?
I just imagine.
I slapped. I just slapped.
Sebastian,
everyone
the
upside down like
awkward
that
around women.
I imagine like the 4 cheese wheels of Parmesan tall gnome is just like towering over, like whispering in Exelia's ear. He wants to bang you.
He's doing that fly thing where he's got like his arms at his side and he's just awkwardly hovering like somebody is using the gravity gun in Gmod.
You're like
Unfortunately,
Titan.
you were more likely an excuse to cut in line.
You know
So-
what? That's an answer I can respect. So, who
Well,
are these people?
any
My friends,
Oh,
introduce yourselves.
This gnome is as tall as 4 cheese wheels.
I swear to God, I'm gonna kill someone. The Sebastian pops a blood vessel and dies.
the name's Jamba
But they're
Man.
only
Pleasure to
the-
meet ya.
They're only the Baby Bell cheese wheels.
They're the tiny, like, one of those, like, personal, those red ones, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Baby Bell
A
cheese
little
wheels.
personal wheel of cheese.
Casts
Cameraman the
disintegrate,
fucking dwarf.
casts disintegrate on you and dances on the dust of your ashes.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Ow!
So you guys are here in the city.
Alright.
I'm just gonna point out that
Back
as
in the city.
a stone gnome, we kind of do know the reputation of drow, so I'm still a little bit wary of our new addition.
So from what I just told like Cameron, you can also pick up that she looks like a maybe disgraced noble.
You bitch!
Dude,
Did
he's
you
such a
just open
smart
the
dog.
door?
You opened the fucking
You opened the door? I swear to God.
Who wants to see a dog on stream?
Like a disgraced noble.
You want to see a dog on
Who
stream?
wants to see a dog on stream since he's escaped his confinement?
Puppy! Hi, puppy! There's a puppy! Oh, and he's wearing his heart. Come here! Come here, Secret! Sit! Come!
No, you come.
If it's okay with you.
Don't you get heepy.
Can you?
That's fine.
I
No, you come here.
I don't know.
Sigurd, come.
Can we watch that other shaker?
Which one?
The other
You mean
shaker.
the one that he used last time? No, I don't think so. Sig, come here.
Washington.
Sigurd, hey,
You wanna do that?
you are being naughty boy. Hey,
let's
I want
dipshit.
to, but we have to like get me introduced.
Digger.
first.
Yeah, let's do that
Well,
first.
in any case, I'm gonna go ahead and ask the drow elf what they're doing in this
Okay.
place.
No, you come here. Well, you can see the dog. He's a dog.
Hey!
Sigurd,
Sigurd, come!
You're
You're not allowed to go
Dog.
upstairs.
Doggo.
Honestly, have
Doggo.
you been to the Underdark gnome? It's stuffy.
Baba Booey. Okay. Welcome to the shit
It's
show.
everywhere.
It gets everywhere. Of course, it's gritty.
So, I'm sorry, I may have missed some things because my headset was off. But yes, did you guys say you wanted to do anything in particular?
rub this headset.
Well, I'm currently asking what he's doing here.
Yeah,
What
he's
she's doing,
interrogating
rather.
Dro.
Yeah, we still gotta get through your introduction.
I can
so,
tell
yeah.
we're gonna be great friends. Come on, Sig.
Quite frankly, I just want to see more of the world. I don't like the Underdark very much.
I don't imagine much people do.
I can't see why. I can't see why he says sarcastic.
No.
Camperman says sarcastically.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
I'm Kuhn, the white dragonborn.
So, Sebastian. Yeah, I can't hear anybody. Sorry, I was just getting some water.
Kuhn just introduced himself.
Oh, sorry.
You're a he, right? Yeah, that's.
He. Well, I mean,
I don't like that answer.
I'm anything.
Dragonborn.
It's whatever you want it to be. Technically speaking.
Hey.
Alright, I'll just call you he, him.
He. Yeah.
What's your role in this group?
I got delicate hands. I can disguise my face as anyone needed, and I do a lot of mind games as well with people.
That's absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
How is it that a Dragonborn can disguise their face, though?
You ever seen
Magic.
Magic.
Just magic.
Magic, yeah. Or you put on a fake nose and a fake mustache, and boom, you're.
Dusty, what's your character's
Imagine
race?
like the dollar store glasses with the mustache.
What was that?
What is that one classic cartoon disguise where it's got like that big fake nose, the big giant rim glasses,
And the mustache, yeah.
Yeah.
Just wear one of
puts
those.
that on.
Just puts that on. Who the fuck are you?
So, Dusty, what's the race of your character?
Bird a platypus.
I'm a human.
You're a human? So, who are these, who's that half elf and the human that I haven't really spoken of? That half elf is giving me a weird look.
Wait, does Ocularis still look like the?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do.
he hasn't changed back.
Does he look like a half elf?
He looks like a completely different person.
What's he look like?
I'm just going to look up and go, this isn't even my real face.
What the fuck do you look like?
He's the other one that can do it.
Until he feels like
No,
it's
I want to know what his current
No,
form
that's
looks like.
Sebastian answering you.
No,
You're never gonna find out until he
Well,
decides. It's
I, as
time.
a player, not as a character,
Oh.
am asking.
Oh, what his current
form is.
Oh, okay.
I am
Sorry.
actually, my
Okay.
race is human,
You're human right now?
but I'm using a magic item I have to look like a half elf.
Oh, okay. Wow, I was right in assuming you were a half elf.
Okay.
Yeah, why is that half elf looking at me so funny?
You'll get used to it if you stick with this group for very long.
What? Oh, okay.
Just scribbling away.
Expect to be written about. And as I say that, I point my thumb to him writing in the book. Just imagine being written about.
What's he writing?
I don't want to call it a novel. It's more like a slander machine.
It's most likely unflattering propaganda about yourself. You'll find out about it someday, I'm sure.
I've dealt with propaganda before.
At least that's what he says. See, none of us know for sure what he's writing in that book. Every attempt to take it from him to read it has failed. So I would advise you not try to take it, because he'll most likely poison you.
I will poison you in your sleep.
Oh.
But
My character also has an overly large knapsack on like her right or on her left hip, and she has a staff that has like birds inscribed into it.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that, but she has this as well.
Well,
okay. Let's see. And what? Who's the human? What's he do? Kunj. I'm asking Kunj this.
What? Oh, wait. You
So
kinda
Dusty
like...
is appearing as a human, and
Yes.
or no, Dusty is a human, and so I'm asking more or less, what's Dusty's role here?
I'll start blasting.
Okay.
He
So
literally
anyway, I started
quickscoped somebody, so I mean he's not wrong.
He did. Session 1, he quickscoped someone.
He's
What's the class?
He's a warlock.
Warlock.
Okay.
Warlock merchant.
So we're pretty caster heavy then. That's okay.
I'm the only guy that swings big metal sticks.
It's a good thing that
Kunj sometimes swings a metal stick.
Boga also swings the metal stick.
Boga!
Yeah, but Boga's like almost useless and has
No,
almost
hey!
won it before.
I'll beat your ass,
We're going to
Jamarin!
make Boga useful.
No,
so,
he's already
do you think I've probably seen a raven before, Dominic?
I would.
I would assume
That's
that
a good question. I think ravens are in the Underdark.
No, they're not. Almost no birds are.
You say
Okay, so
I'm
probably
trying to
five
think
people.
about this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Underdark is,
you
like,
would do
literally
mostly
pitch black
that.
all the
Yeah.
time.
Well, yeah, I know that, ding dong. I'm not
Underdark is a magical
stupid.
place
Oh my
where
God.
Unicorns and ponies
I could
grow
turn
up
into
to
a
be
bat
best friends
then.
with people, and they shit rainbows and poop butterflies. Wait
Yeah.
a minute. I'm trying to do the doctor, the Horton Hears a Who thing.
I know.
Well, you can choose to join us if you wish. We are always looking for more people to help in our endeavor, and we can tell you all about it over a stiff drink.
I mean, you got me into the city without like asking for anything in return, so I think I'll roll with you. Just please keep me away from that half elf that's writing shit.
All right, and just to introduce myself a little more, if you ever need a big meaty wall between you and something deadly, I'm your guy.
Perfect.
Sebastian the Simp Lord.
I get in front of everyone.
You know what?
I will beat. I'm about to fucking kick the goddamn gnome like a football.
Could I be an albino, Drew?
God damn it, Steve.
Steven, roll me a D100.
Rolling a D100. Oh no. God.
Because I think it'd be incredible if she
So-
was just pale white and burnt in the fucking.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I.
I'm normal.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're normal, but you're definitely pale because obviously, you know, Underdark. And
No,
the desert sun is not doing wonders for your complexion.
The frick are you talking about, Dominic? Drow are like pitch black Nubian.
I
almost.
know what Drow look like, you dumb bastard. You can be black and pale. It is not the same kind of pale, but it is a
Soft black, not a hard black.
exactly. Thank you, Steven.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
It's more of a gray than like a black.
Twitch, we're talking about fantasy characters.
Don't come. I can hear the hooves. They're coming.
If I want
Cloven
my
hooves.
character to have
That's
freaking
an old
rainbow
joke.
ones, but I can do that.
So
Ugh.
that's your pound right now, right?
Yeah, so basically this entire like country is, think of it as ancient Middle East type architecture. Or was it is
Much
it
of
like-
it. No, you've got it okay down. Most of the things here, most of the buildings are made of interlocked wood and sandstone. So while it's not like old, like we're building Nazareth mud huts, you do notice that a lot of this is obviously using the materials that are available. So, you know, packed sand, sandstone, those kinds of things. Though, definitely the city is pretty damn opulent for something that is out in the middle of the desert.
Think most Espa
Are they like
on
Adobe
Tatooine.
buildings?
Yeah, think like
Essentially.
Tatooine most Espa.
Yes!
Mos Eisley.
There
That
you
is
go.
good.
Parker did a good example, like Tatooine.
Yee.
Tatooine. So, would you like direct me to the place where we can get a drink then?
Oh yeah. Keep your purse close. And
I always do.
this town is not riddled with thieves. More like the merchants are thieves.
So-
Everything here is overpriced.
Oh,
Everything.
I believe it. So, can I have like my coin purse stored in my bag of holding?
That's just fine. I'll allow that to happen.
Thank you.
Okay.
Epic
I
bag
guess-
of holding.
Are we gonna go back to the same? So question: are we gonna go back to? And I'm saying this in character. Do we want to go back to meet him, or do we want to go and get a drink somewhere first?
You said we
The
were
prince,
gonna
you
get a
mean?
drink and then I get introduced.
Let's
have to
go
get
for
a
the
drink?
drink first. We'll figure that out the next day.
Well, because I only say that because where we're meeting him is in a bar, so we could do it at the same time. But if we want to do something else first, then
I think that we go to another bar first and get other stuff sorted before we talk to him.
Same one we went to before when we first came here.
Sure.
The one we spent a lot of gold at. Sure.
Yeah, might as well.
We
Head over to that
can spend like less at the crappy bar we're gonna meet him at, or we can spend more at the other place. Sure, let's go to the more expensive option.
Fuck it, we just got a haul. Why not?
Speaking of which, how much gold and such did we loot from the ruins? We never split that up.
Well,
Dude, you could,
I mean,
you
if
could
I-
be
I
selling
left
to
it. I left it back
Zardians.
at the.
I mean, I gave all mine to
Or,
the camp.
in that speed. I'm completely had a fucking brain aneurysm and I shifted in and out of consciousness. Ow! You just bite my fucking toe!
The way you said it.
So, do you wanna figure out how much gold we have so we can divvy it up?
Yeah, I don't remember. Dominic, did you say how much gold we got? Because remember the gold we put outside because we didn't want to haul it around.
Yeah, so, God, I have to scroll up so far to get it, because I removed some of that from my session planner to make some room. Ooh, I don't remember. Let's see the chat log, because I probably posted it.
Oh, that might have. I'll see if I can help you find it.
Here comes a new challenger.
I swear to God, Steven, if you don't shut up, I'm going to come over there and beat your ass. I can't.
Well, the most recent one was obviously 100 gold pieces, 200 silver pieces.
Yeah, that was the one we got from the chest in the boss room. We're talking about the one.
Yeah, I know.
The secret.
I'm just adding that in because I'm streaming. The internet is so piss poor that I can't look back in the chat log. It just straight up doesn't load.
The chat archive only goes past this session. When everybody closes out, it deletes old chat files.
No, I can see all the old chat.
Well, I
I
can
don't
see
think
everything
so.
from today. I can see everything from today, but that's as far back as it goes for me.
There's for me, there's a chat archive.
I
Yeah,
can see all the way back to when we walked into the dungeon for the first time. And my browser's crashed. Very nice.
It's gotta be here fucking somewhere.
You could always re-roll it if you can't find it.
Yeah, but that's obviously poo-poo.
Nat 20.
I'm gonna kill you.
I'm kidding.
You don't know how to live.
Neither do you.
That's true.
Man, life sucks when you remove shit that you needed. Though you already put that stuff, I thought, in the camp funds, Cameron.
No, we didn't pay attention to it at the time. I never put it into the funds.
200 gold, 1,000 silver, 5,000
Yes.
copper.
Yes, that's the
I
one.
think that must be it.
That's the one. I never wrote that down. So
Okay.
I guess I can do that now.
So
What
yeah,
was
it was 1,000 GP. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, 1,000 GP.
Where'd you find that one?
1,000 GP? 1,001 GP or
200 GP, 1,000 silver.
gold, 1,000 silver, 5,000 copper.
So
that's always back in the chat log.
Ah.
A note
Okay.
from, or a note for Kik-Yik.
Yeah,
And a,
that was
got
also
the
a
short
thing.
bow.
Okay, got it. I got it marked in the camp funds. Hey,
and that was the other bit that we had.
420 silver.
So we could actually just split that up pretty easily. Since
Yep.
there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us, since Steven wasn't there at the time, just split it by 5. That's pretty easy.
I just let anybody pull anything they want from the camp funds when they want to buy something.
Yeah, I just want to have a running total so I know how much gold I have access to buy crap. So
Yeah, right now we have 1,515 gold. We have 4,200 silver, and we have 15,000 copper.
okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pull my portion from what we got there then, if that's cool. So that'd be what? 40 gold, 200 silver. No, wait, sorry. 40 gold, 220 silver, and 1,000 copper.
I will go and... And how much silver? I'm sorry.
220.
Okay, done.
Oops.
And I'm just gonna leave all my money in the camp funds.
Cool, cool. All right, that's what I wanted to check. So we're gonna go ahead and hit up that expensive bar and grill.
Where they do all the fancy dances to give us food.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
So
They do
yeah,
This like crazy freaking pit that people come out of and give you food.
Is this place like Hoo Hot?
it actually yes, you know what? It actually is. So essentially, as these guys go, you get a good look at this place. You can see from the sign outside that it's called the Wishing Well. And what you initially see is just a simple-looking sandstone well, though there is some kind of door next to it. As you all open the door and you head down inside, there's a small set of stairs that lead out into this gigantic circular room with multiple tiers and floors, each going downwards in a tapering fashion towards one central area in the middle, where you can see cooks working tirelessly. Mage hands, presumably from either cooks or waitresses, or maybe somebody dedicated to it, are delivering food and moving things around. And as people, are making orders, things go down. And like what happened last time, somebody orders what appears to be a large order, and a big deal is made. There's a lot of hooting and hollering, and the chefs just make an absolute spectacle out of making the food, roasting a gigantic hog over a large central fire. It's pretty nice. Down at the bottom, too, you can see that there are several bartenders tending to the people who are nearest to the show of sorts. So that is where the bar section is.
So do we want to just find a table? Or if there is an open table?
Yeah, there are a couple of open tables, just like last time, though obviously this place is busy and loud.
Alright, I guess I will plot myself down at one of the tables, one of the free ones, maybe closest as we can get to the main fire.
Okay. You guys head down then to the very bottom floor, and miraculously somebody just got up to leave, and so the table still has a couple of things, but as one of the waitresses is picking up the stuff, it looks like you guys are free to take it. So you all plop down at one of the larger tables near to the action.
Alright.
So
Get all comfortable.
as you guys do so, there is a bit of time before you see one very well-dressed waiter human. It seems to be a male of about, somewhere around 20, 30 years of age. Just a younger person, but though still not young. And he walks by, and he gives you all a big smile, and he says, "Hey, welcome to the Wishing Well. So, what can I get started for you fine people tonight?"
What time is it, Dom?
As of right now, as you're getting in, it's going to be about 7:30.
At night?
Yeah, PM, yes.
Then dinner.
Ah.
How does this place create food? Like, what's on the menu?
We cook the food, but if you're looking for the menu, he hands out a couple of little sheets of parchment, and he lets you guys all take a look at the menu. Our dinner menu contains the following, and he kind of goes through everything. For the dinner, obviously, it gets served with a bit of bread and a drink of your choice, if you buy it with. But basically, you have the option of the specials for the evening as hunter's pie, there's bloodhawk breast. They seem to be selling some crocodile steak, which is interesting. And there are some roasted bullywug legs as a special.
The Bullywog legs, let's go.
Bullywog legs as a player sound incredible. I don't know if Exelia would like bullywog legs though.
Sebastian's just going to announce crocodile steak.
All of it is going to sound completely foreign to her, so what do you mean?
That's true.
That's very true.
A crocodile steak for the big man. Gotcha. What can I get you to drink with that?
I look to Boga. You too?
Oh, Boga wants crocodile.
I ordered 3 crocodile steaks. One for me, one for Boga, and one for the dog.
Would you explain to me what each of these things are? You see, I'm not really I don't
From
spend
around
much time
here.
outside. I'm not from around here.
Ah,
I reckon.
What do you got for drinks? But he asked me what I wanted to drink.
yeah.
Sorry.
You're good.
What do we got? What do we got for drinks?
Well, what are you fancying? Ale? You want something more rough?
The crispiest mead you can give me.
Ah,
Crispy.
well, you're in luck.
Is that how you talked about beer when you were
Crisp?
crisp? Or
I'd almost call
the
it
sizzle, like the
It-
sizzle.
brisk. Brisky beer.
Brisk. I'm not an alcohol connoisseur. You can
I'm not
make
either.
fun of me. You can make fun of me all you want. I don't know how to describe the.
Maybe a
what do you call it?
cider.
No, hey. What I'm trying to
Heady,
say is the
frothy.
most like carbonated. I don't know.
Frothy.
Frothy. That's the word. Most
Work
frothy
hard.
ale you can give me, or mead. Surprise me, ale or mead.
Ah, well,
He gives
here
you just
I'll tell you what. You know, just recently we finally got a shipment of mead that we were looking forward to. So we've got the standard mead, but if you want a little something nice, we'll charge you a little bit extra, but we can get you some of the good mead that we just got in.
You know what? Get us a keg of the good mead.
Ooh, a keg.
keg.
A keg for
Jeez,
everyone?
dude.
Oh, that'll be pretty expensive, my guy. Are you sure about
Just
that?
one keg's plenty, bro.
How much?
For this keg, if you want one for the whole table, it's gonna cost you a gold piece.
Oh, gold piece. Whatever. Yeah. Do it. Whole keg for the whole table.
All right. I'll get you a keg. Bear in mind, it's not gonna be as big as you think it is, but it'll be enough. It'll be enough.
How big is it?
It'll be enough for about 2 of each of you to get one, which should be just fine.
Well, that sounds like not enough.
I could get you a second keg. It's gonna cost you another gold.
kegs.
Hey,
Two
hey,
kegs.
I'm not from around here. Would you like to show a little bit of hospitality to a newcomer?
Make me a persuasion check.
All right, let me
Sebastian will put down 2 gold. He doesn't give a shit.
hold on. Let me check to see what my stat is.
This would not be the first time Sebastian has bought dinner for everyone.
I know, but I mean, she wants to like not make you lose all your funds because you're an ally right now. Let's see.
I'm
She
giving
has
my
a
dog
+2
raspberries.
to charisma.
Oh no! 0.001% of our wealth.
Yes, Parker. Roll d20.
To
Yes,
be
but
fair-
you wouldn't know that.
To be fair, Sebastian earlier has been complaining about losing money. So, you know, this is just...
Uh,
I'll spend it if we're celebrating or doing something special.
So as you say this to him, he kind of gives you a once over, and he gives you this small smile, and he's like, "Well, I suppose I could give you guys a little bit of something just to get this pretty young lady a little bit of a new experience, if that's what she's looking for. So
Oh,
one
gosh.
gold,
Ugh.
1 gold, 5 silver, and I'll get you 2 kegs."
Deal.
Your generosity is legendary.
Yep. I slam the money down.
All right.
For my food. I'll pay. Nah. You know what? I'll pay for my food and the kegs. That'll be enough for me.
And then I was going to ask, since I don't get around very much, would you describe to me what each of those food items was?
Are you asking the waiter?
Yeah, like what's a bullywug?
I'm gonna see if I can get a good description of it, essentially,
You're good.
because obviously I'm not gonna do very
It's
well.
It's
It
the
is
Yeti
essentially a-
monsters from It's the Yeti monsters from Borderlands.
Well, essentially, they're
That's
pretty.
a Polymon.
They are
Oh yeah,
essentially.
you're right. You're right.
They are essentially like humanoid frog people of a kind. They're still pretty monstrous, and
They're
but-
frog murlocs.
Exactly. They're like the Argonian version of frogs, to a
Do I
degree.
know what a murloc is?
No, I'm saying that as a general description.
So-
term
so-
for players.
I know what
The waiter looks down and he basically says, "Well, imagine a frog. Have you ever seen a frog before?"
something like it.
There's Underdark frogs, so yeah.
Okay.
Well, he is not aware because, well, imagine that, but about the size of you or me.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I wouldn't actually say Jesus. I'd say something like wolf.
Yeah, we have him on special because some hunters come from the southern country, just came in with them. You wouldn't even know how tough it is to get things like that far.
Do they taste,
Let's
what
eat.
do they taste like?
Let's eat some sentient species. Let's go.
Have you ever had chicken? It tastes kind of like chicken, though a little bit more. It's a bit hard to describe.
Wait,
Rubbery.
bullywugs are sentient?
Yes.
Yes.
Bullywugs are sentient.
I will condemn anyone who decides to eat them.
I will have
That's why I'm eating
Would
crocodile.
Sebastian know that they're sentient?
Probably.
Probably not.
That is the question.
Crocodile.
Would I know what crocodile is?
N- I don't
Large,
think so.
Animal.
Just big
they're
reptiles.
Large animal. Big reptiles.
I'll take some crocodile steak.
And it is not cannibalism for me to be eating them.
Well, I mean, crocodiles are
Well,
cannibals
you are an
anyways.
iguana.
I'm
Most
not an
reptiles are-
iguana, you son of a bitch!
Most
But I'm not
reptiles are
iguana.
cannibals anyways.
Yeah, they
Oh, man.
Crocodiles are insane, dude.
So for the big man over here, for your steaks, that's going to be 24 silver pieces in total. For the steaks.
I know, it's such a big
no,
deal.
24 silver. What am I gonna do?
Even though on the inside Sebastian is acting confident, but on the outside he's acting confident, but on the inside,
He's like, oh fuck, all of
Yeah.
my supplies are going away.
There are 2 wolves.
oh
They're
no,
gay.
my savings, they're broken.
How could this happen?
How much is my crocodile steak gonna cost?
Your crocodile steak is going to cost you 8 silver pieces, so it's essentially for the meal 8 silver pieces for a single person.
8 silver.
And are you going to want a different drink, or are you just going to drink from the mead?
Mead
I'll-
time. Mead time.
What's the mead taste like? What?
It tastes like
I know
mead.
It tastes like mead.
Wow.
Think, it tastes like the morning sun.
Oh,
A
okay.
cold breeze on a spring morning. Sebastian's being over dramatic. He's a very passionate drinker.
The sun fucking
Sim.
bright hurts me.
And trust me, I know my mead. I have my own bar.
You know what? He paid. He paid for the meat. I'll have some of the meat. He's purchasing, so you don't need to.
Gaming. I'm gonna grab some chicken then.
I brew my
Chimkin
own
time.
shit. I know my shit. I brew it myself.
Perfect. You mean you're gonna grab some bullywug?
I'm gonna grab some chimkin nuggets.
Oh
I
my God,
swear to
chicken nuggets.
Chimkin.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
Yes,
I'm
I'm
sorry, I missed that, Parker. What did you say you were getting?
Chimkin nuggets.
There are no chimkin nuggets.
I'm chicken.
Okay, he puts you down for Bloodhawk breast. That's gonna be 8 silver.
Alright.
Okay, anybody else? Are Oculars, are you going to eat roasted bullywug?
Yes, I am.
Okay, that's gonna be 9 silver pieces.
It sounds even more delicious knowing that it could think about me eating it.
Holy shit. Like, not even like insane as in like epic, insane as in psychotic.
Yeah, that's a little.
How about
Speaking of food,
oh,
speaking of food,
It's
I'm
pretty
actually
fucking questionable. I'm gonna pull it
speaking
back
of food. I'm actually gonna grab some really quick.
out.
I'll be back
Burrito time?
Okay.
in like 2 minutes.
Kunj, Jen, what are you guys having?
I haven't been there for very long.
I was
Uh,
thinking my
Sorry.
a
No more.
nice traveling trader here would be intrigued by Bullywog, so I think I'll go with that.
Okay, that'll be 9 silver pieces.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with the gator steak.
Okay, that'll be 8 from you, Kunj.
Okay.
All right,
What
you
kind of
guys.
sides we got? What kind of sides we got going?
Let's see. For dinner tonight, it looks like it's mixed steamed greens. Though, if you prefer a different kind of side, we always have cheese. If you'd like sliced cheese
Balanced
instead.
diet, cheese and greens for the whole table.
Theoretically, could a druid turn into a hydra, like a super high level druid, and then like his allies just cut off their heads?
I am like 90% sure that the confines of the druid class do not allow you to become a hydra. I do believe also it has to be a beast, though I don't play druid enough, so I am not like in the know about all of the best druid strats.
The druid has to be a.
Yeah.
They have to call it. They can only change into a beast.
I'm sad, dude, because
Now,
if we could turn into a
polymorph.
hydra, we could create an infinite amount of hydra meat.
That's true.
We can start our own business.
Is Hydra meat even that good?
Who knows? Hydra
Probably
meat.
not.
We'll make it.
Yeah. We'll sell it at a
We'll make it good.
massive markup and say it's a delicacy.
yeah.
That's so scummy. Oh,
It works.
it works, but that's just wrong.
Well, for an evil campaign, if we ever do that, that's an idea we could go with.
The auto cannibalistic druid.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, cheese and greens for the whole table.
All right, I'll mix it up a little bit then, if nobody has any qualms about it. And so he writes that all down. All right, and are you guys going to be staying with us tonight too? If need be, I can have a key sent up to each one of you as well.
Should we? It's late.
Yeah, we could do
You might
that.
not have to.
We might not have to.
Sleep out on this.
Elaborate.
What?
In my time as a studier of the earthly arts, I can cast some spells that may give us a place to stay.
Oh.
You mean like hut?
Sort of. Not quite. Let me go to my spell list. I'll tell you guys what it is. Because I explicitly took it for this reason.
I mean,
Don't be
if we
hut
can-
hut.
if we can squirm our way out of paying these sucks, then I'm up for it.
So it's called
Oh, I was
Druid
hanging out
Grove.
on the street anyways.
It's called what?
It's called Druid Grove. You invoke the spirits of nature to protect an area outdoors or underground. The area can be as small as a 30-foot cube or as large as a 90-foot cube. Buildings and other structures are excluded from the affected area. Sigurd, shush. If you cast the spell in the same area every day for a year, the spell lasts until dispelled. The spell creates the following effects within the area. When you cast the spell, you can specify creatures as friends who are immune to the effects. You can also specify a password that, when spoken aloud, makes the speaker immune to these effects. The entire warded area radiates magic. A dispelled magic cast on the area, if successful, removes only one of the following effects, not the entire area. The spellcaster chooses which effect to end. Only when all effects are gone is the spell dispelled. Solid fog, you can fill any number of 5-foot squares on the ground full of thick fog, making them heavily obscured. Fog reaches 10 feet high. In addition, every foot of movement through the fog costs 2 extra movement. To a creature immune to this effect, the fog obscures nothing and looks like soft mist, with motes of green light floating in the air. Grasping undergrowth. You can fill any number of 5-foot squares on the ground that aren't filled with fog with grasping weeds and vines, as if they were affected by an entangle spell. To a creature immune to this effect, weeds and vines feel soft and where you can shape themselves into temporary as seats or beds. Grove Guardians. You can animate up to 4 trees in the area, causing them to uproot themselves from the ground. When these trees have Sigurd. Hush. These trees have the same statistics as an awakened tree, which appears in the monster manual, except they can't speak and their bark is covered with druidic symbols. If any creature not immune to the effect enters the warded area, the Grove Guardians fight until they have driven off or slain the intruders. The Grove Guardians also obey your spoken commands, no action required by you, that you issue while in the area. If you don't give them commands and no intruders are present, the Grove Guardians do nothing. The Grove Guardians can't leave the warded area. When the spell ends, the magic animating them disappears, and the trees take root again if possible.
Bro.
And you can place additional spell effect. You can place your choice of one or more following effects within the warded area. Constant gust of wind in 2 locations of your choice. Spike growth in 1 location of your choice. A wind wall in 2 locations of your choice. To a creature immune to this effect, the winds are a fragrant, gentle breeze, and the spike area growth is harmless. So essentially, I create like an oasis in the desert.
Pretty neat.
Essentially, if we were to do that in town, we'd kill some poor bum that was trying to find a place to drink.
Yeah, so we don't do it in town. We sleep outside the town. And,
But every time we exit or leave the town, we have to deal with the gate guard.
that's okay.
Alright,
I
I'm
don't
back.
think I need to be so stingy with in costs that we have to go through all that just to sleep. I mean, if anything, if it all comes down to it, could just sleep in the carts and the wagons.
Well, we can keep that in mind for later then when we're not
Yeah.
in town, because
Yeah.
that does create a safe area for us to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's
yeah.
awesome. That means we're almost basically immune to ambushes in the night.
Pretty much.
Yep. Nope, I love it. But I don't think we really need it for now, because I mean, in costs aren't really that bad.
500 gold pieces for a single night.
It's 69,069 gold for 2 days.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
No.
If we can stay in the inn, we'll save spell slots.
All right, let's just do it in rooms.
Oh,
Yep.
and the effect lasts for 24 hours too.
Okay, so you got so if I have this correct, you guys are going to try to get rooms.
Yes.
Everyone but me. I am sleeping on the street.
I
That
will
sounds
sleep in the
fine.
wagon.
God damn it.
Sebastian will go and sleep in the carriage.
Wait, we can just sleep in the carriage? Yeah, let's just sleep
In
in the
my carriage, yeah. In the Ocularis and I's carriage.
Actually, I don't think Exelia would be comfortable sleeping in a carriage in the middle of town.
Okay,
She'd probably
So-
stay in the inn.
it's okay.
So, with that too, the kobolds all kind of like get the attention of the guy as well, and Tikyik, after having talked with the kobolds a little bit, they agree to share some roasted bullywork as well, and they produce a decent amount of coin. They essentially are going to share a couple of them, but they pay him for like 3 or 4 orders of the roasted bullywork. So they seem to be at least pretty well off.
Alright. Now we just wait. I have an idea. Well, after the waiter leaves, to discuss perhaps hiring a wizard of some sort, if we can find one in town, to maybe head back to Dominavis with the kobolds and set up a teleportation circle in town. So we can teleport back there whenever we want to.
That'd be pretty cool. What's done
That's-
A
Ooh,
town
but
with
how
them.
expensive would that be?
I don't
What
know.
kind of town we talking about?
A town, let's just say it's a town for misfits and outcasts. And so far we have funding from the royalty.
What?
Yep, we're heroes. That's just, well, me and this guy, I point to Ocularis.
How did you two become heroes?
Sebastian just smiles.
Kill the lich.
Don't read the book. Don't read the book. You'll get a very incorrect story of it.
Zelia looks at Sebastian. Book?
We
Ow.
already described the book.
Well, I know, but she's like wondering what he might have written in the book.
Lots of things. Probably how much of an idiot I am. Most likely. Sigurd,
How
no,
late he
that's
is.
not for
Of
you.
the book.
So,
get down.
really quick,
Reading.
really quick. Those of you who are getting rooms, just so I don't miss this, it's 2 gold pieces for the night.
Okay.
Okay.
And then once he takes that, he smiles and says, "All right, I'll get your order right in." And he makes a show of wiggling his fingers, lifting his parchment that he wrote on, and sending it down to the place down below. And some of the chefs grab it and they begin preparing your meals. He then saunters off to go and finish his work.
Now I just have to think of where we can hire a wizard. To
Sebastian,
set up a
by the way,
teleportation circle.
setting up a teleportation circle takes a year.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah, you have
Like
to
I
cast the
said,
spell
how
every time.
expensive is that?
Very. You have to burn a 5th level spell slot in the same location every day for a year in order to set up a permanent one.
and-
But almost all major temples and cities have at least one located somewhere in the city. So if I could actually find the one in this city, we could just teleport back here intermittently.
well, that's if they have a temple with one in the first place.
Now, any
Which
major
there's
temples.
No
Since
guarantee.
this is a larger city, most likely it would. But that would be a thing to ask around about.
Well, I'm just trying to get us a way that we can teleport back and forth from Dominavis. Even if it takes a year, I might look into it. Who cares? If it takes a year, it takes a year. Whatever. Then we have a teleportation circle.
Poor
It is
wizard's
what it
gonna be
is.
I
still
think
out
we'd actually
there.
run out of funds in the process. Because 5th level spell slots are expensive.
Oh, somebody already knows this stuff.
50 gold each
And
cast.
They just live in Dominavis for a year. It's like, what else they got? What else do they have to do? No, we butter up a wizard. Make him our friend so he'll do it for free.
Oh, God.
Old Chambermaid, now you know what they're doing to you.
no.
Are you a wizard, Chamberlain?
That'll be
I thought you were a
12,000
sorcerer.
golds, please.
Not good.
I thought you were a sorcerer.
No, I'm a wizard, bro.
Okay. So you have 9 billion spells to cast.
Except I haven't learned that many because we haven't run into spellcasters yet.
Okay.
Well,
Oh yeah,
Well,
actually casting it every single day, what that would be like 1,500 gold just in ingredients over the course of a year. Actually, it's more than that. It's more like 1,700 gold.
It's only 1.7 thousand gold.
Yeah, it's not a ton, but it's a fair bit.
We have more than that much, don't we?
Oh yeah, we could probably afford it. It would just be relatively expensive compared to everything else. And very time intensive.
you're okay.
So, over the course of the next couple of minutes here, about 20, there's a lot of discussion going on, and really, it once they're actually ready, the chefs slide basically the meals off to the side of their little workstation, and some mage hand, you're not sure from where, begins picking them up and moving them up to your table. And they're all each set down in front of you by this magical force, and you guys are free to take your time. After a few more minutes, though, a couple of kegs, 2 of them, about the size of... God, I need to find better ways to... About the height of a bike wheel, are set on your table. And with that... you guys have access to all of your dinner. The smell just from the food alone is pretty damn good. Even though some of you didn't want to try it, the Bullywog is pretty tasty smelling. Though, of course, everybody's food smells pretty damn good. You guys all eat for a good amount here. Here's 2 things. everybody had a sip of the mead, or had some of the mead, as far as I know. So everybody, for the next 24 hours, you're going to have a +1 to any charisma checks you attempt to make.
Hey.
And for those of you who
Idea.
had
I
had the
have an
special,
idea. Oh, I'm sorry, Dominic. Go ahead.
yeah,
I
for those of
apologize.
you who had the special and had roasted bullywog, you can add 2 extra feet to any jump you want to make for the next 24 hours.
It's fucking amazing, dude.
Ocularis is like, whatever.
I can fly, so whatever.
Cave rabbits?
Damn.
Probably not. I'm just gonna get down to business because we need to discuss with our new friend here exactly what we're doing and see if she wants to join us. I won't go into too many details just in case, because I don't want to show everything we've got.
Yeah,
Right,
because
just
we
in
were.
case.
Well, we were told also. Well, we're also like a lot of the stuff we're doing right now is very sensitive now. So
We'll
we
give them
can't
the
really-
short. The short version is that we're trying to intervene in local affairs to take care of some of the threats to the area, like the gangs.
What type of gangs are we talking about?
No, we're not. We're here-
No.
We are here to take down.
He's here to overthrow the kingdom.
He. I don't know what the fuck Ocularis is doing anymore.
What's his name?
Yeah, his name is Ocularis. He wouldn't tell you. He's just gonna write stuff down to make you feel stupid. That's what he does to me. Anyway,
By the way, I didn't give you my own name. It's Jamberman.
Oh, hello, Jamberman.
okay. So, basically, what we're doing here is we are interfering with a lot of the bad folk in town, just to weed them out. That's part of our goal here.
We're also dealing with a lot of we're also dealing with a lot of the ungrateful things going on with the government around here.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
We're dealing with some of the bad activity going on with the government right now. With the war and such.
What kind of bad activity? Why hasn't the government tried to stop you then?
Because we haven't really
No,
started
we're just
yet.
trying to- Yeah. And also, we're not trying to we're not against them. We're trying to bring an end to their conflict so it can be over with. Because
Currently,
war's bad.
the city's under martial law because of ongoing conflicts. By resolving the conflict, we hope to get things back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing about power structures is that they never want to give up those that fill it out. So you're going to be up against the entire government. You essentially.
Steven
Okay,
moment.
this is all gonna fucking hold on. Okay.
Steven
We are
moment.
not trying
Steven
to
moment.
overthrow
Steven
anyone.
moment.
I didn't suggest
No,
it!
not you. Not you. Okay. Sebastian is just like, all right. I said we were going to hold most of our cards, but apparently they've all been spilled. So,
No. We're not spilling everything. We're not telling all the details. Specifically, the real reason why we're here. We're not going to say that
What?
because we can say that we're here to stop the conflict because that's a good thing to do. We're heroes. We already made that clear.
we don't-
You
we-
see, that is exactly what we're here to do. We're here to end because it's already been fuck it. We are here to end the war between the country of Valentine and the country of Balma. That is what we're here to do. That is what we have been tasked to do.
I just hope you know. Wait, which country is this one that we're in? We're in Balmok?
Balbot.
Balbot?
Hey, that's why I didn't say who we were. I didn't say anything about being tasked. I just said we had interest in doing this, as in maybe we just saw the injustice going on.
Maybe it's hurting my business.
In any case, now that you... Go ahead, sorry, Steve.
It's okay. The ball-bodying government will try to stop you from removing its members. Just keep that in
Not
mind.
trying to remove.
We're not
anyone.
removing
We
anyone.
have a plan.
Well, I thought you guys said you wanted to root out the corruption.
There's
We're
corruption. There's a
trying-
corruption at lower levels as well, like the gangs
Yes.
surrounding this area. That's our current
yeah.
objective.
Our current
And we don't know
objective
nothing about the
is
government.
is to currently take down those who pose a threat to the common man. Mainly, what I want, or what I'm trying to do, is to become heroes in the eyes of the people. That makes our opinion on things more valuable. So, if, for example, we become heroes and we're known throughout the land, it'll be easier to get sittings with higher ups.
So what's like the common man's opinion of their government?
Well, in this
Kind
city,
of hard to pin down.
not a whole
Yeah.
lot's going on.
Yeah,
It's
the city folks don't
very
seem-
it's varying different opinions depending about who you ask, what social class they're in, and so many other variables.
Some people don't even know that there's a war going on in the first place.
So it's relatively
Yeah.
here.
That's why we're not
besides the
trying
martial-
to upend anything or remove
Besides
anyone.
besides the martial law and that if you get sent to prison you get killed. Yes, it's stable.
What the fuck?
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds
but
like
nobody seems upset about it. At least as
Yeah.
far as the people we've spoken to, people seem pretty happy here. So we really don't want to upend anything or change
Yeah.
anything. We're just trying to
For now-
convince them to stop the war.
The fact
For
that-
now, our goal is mostly to learn about what's going on and root out bad
Yeah.
people where we see.
Yes.
The fact
Gather
that people,
information. Yeah.
the fact that people are a-okay
Speaking
with
of-
the iron fist of the state coming down on them is pretty awesome.
That's pretty.
Well,
that's pretty
I
cool.
mean, they feel that way because there's like zero crime rate. There's like zero crime
There's
rate here.
gangs. How is there zero crime rate?
Crime rate that are
They're outside the city.
Okay.
They're
Most of
outside
them
the
are
city.
outside. There is a thieves somewhere, but we don't know where they are.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing we're gonna have to deal with.
I'll help you
In
guys.
any
Isn't that
case-
our current objective though? Is to go basically talk to them.
I
we're gonna
rather
talk
talk to our market friend before we discuss do anything with the fees going. Honestly.
Yeah,
Why
we
are
need to talk
gangs
to the
doing
trade
what they're
prince
doing?
first.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Okay.
We know that some of them on the outs. There is a gang. There are two gangs outside the city.
Well,
They're-
the Craig
what were they
Sharks are
called?
basic
Sharks.
bandits.
Yeah, the
The
sharks
prey
and the
sharks.
worms. Sharks are basic bandits. We don't know about the worms yet, although some people seem to think that they have more noble intentions in comparison.
Yeah.
Or-
from what we have gathered, based on the attacks, quote unquote, we've seen, the Craig Sharks will just kill and slaughter per game. That's what we've gathered, and we know their main base location, which is useful. But with the sandworms, the attack we've seen from them is that their attacks seem calculated. Like they're attacking particular people at particular times.
All right.
So we don't know much about that. I think you might need to go to that.
All right. So I want you guys to know, as players, since Exelia was more or less exiled from her home, chances are she will side with the hierarchical elements if they exist within the Grey Worms. Just because
Even
she's
moment.
bitter over the fact that she was as a character she was
Guys.
exiled from her home, and because of it, she's not going to like state power very much. So she'd be more willing to side with the rebels. I just want you guys to know that.
Well, if they're rebels, in the
if
first
they are,
place.
if they're good, or she might just side with them anyway.
I
Um,
mean,
I'm
Okay,
letting you
so
guys know that. I'm just
For
letting you
now,
know that.
for now, we have a meeting with the trade prince. We should get going to that.
Yeah.
or yeah.
Well, yes. If we
Did we
want
actually
to-
set up a meeting, or
There
He-
wasn't
he-
an official meeting time. It was just
No.
when we got the job done.
Yeah, he said
I
said
can-
that if you wanted to ask for him, you could get him to come to you. You just basically had to ask somebody, and it would come to him, and he would quickly find you. Else he knows that he's gonna meet you at the Tumbleweed Inn, and essentially that's where you guys are going to have your meeting with this leader of the Thieves Guild that you guys found. Additionally, too, since your dinner is mostly done, you guys can go shopping. So, Steven, just so that you know, there's all kinds of stores here. There are even 2 basic, like, armory stores. There's jewelers. Sebastian has even heard about a store that sells monster companions in the rich district of town.
Holy fuck, this place is slavery? Jesus Christ.
Monster companions. Like creatures.
Pokemon.
Monsters.
Yes,
not-
Parker, like Pokemon.
They
It's
sell
more or less
the Pokemon.
it's more or less a pet store on crack, at least you would imagine. Though none of you have actually been there yet. So
Alright, thank you.
Displacer beasts and such, rather than dwarves and gnomes.
I'm gonna hit up the jeweler real quick then to inspect that jewel that I found earlier on the guy, as well as the
What am I
rat
doing?
ring. Whatever
I
you
want
feel
to go
like.
visit a blacksmith, if that's okay.
I'd also like to go hit up the jeweler.
okay.
You
I
guys
guess
remember
maybe-
that I'm a jeweler, right?
Yes, but I want to ask about the rat ring as well.
I want to purchase nice jewelry.
Now I'm just insulted.
You said that in front of a guy who has a cart full of merchandise.
Well, do you?
Yes.
Fine. I'll freaking show him the rat ring and see if he knows anything about it.
Well, I was more insulted with the. I want to go buy nice jewelry.
So if Parker is showing the ring, I do want to take a look at that as well because I remember something about a rat earlier being associated with the Thieves Guild. Was that correct?
Yes. So if he's showing the ring to everyone, anybody who was there, including essentially, this is the signet of the Dunerat Guild, based on it matching the map as well as the symbol that was on the letter that you delivered.
I see.
Well, that's something else we could do. We could find our treasure in town here.
Oh yeah, we'll do that next time, I think.
Yeah.
It's already getting to be.
From being a noble, so we could just meet up with the higher folk if we wanted to.
I mean, I'm noble too.
Dude.
All right, so I'm gonna hit up.
We got double that.
Fine. I'm gonna show what's Harley character's face not what the face the Warlock character's name, because I remember names real goodly.
Gene Ifritis.
Gene Ifritis. Gene, what's this jewel worth?
While you guys are doing that, I'm gonna go take the dog out.
So with
I'll be
your background basically, and having done a lot of this jewel inspecting, you immediately recognize this as a coral gem, which is worth 100
we'll be
gold
right back.
pieces.
We're gonna take the dog out and get something to drink.
Okay.
So I relayed that information. Coral gem worth roughly 100 gold pieces.
Nice.
So, personally, I want to actually get going to meet the prince actually real quick because by now he probably should have information about my ring. Speaking of rings, so I'm probably going to try to look for him.
Okay.
I won't discuss it. I'm telling the party this. I'm gonna go find the prince. I'll be at the tumbleweed whenever. I'll just be there waiting for you guys, I guess, with him.
So do be aware that it is like getting to be about 8 p.m. So heading over there to wait for a while. You do have a room here, but I just need to let you know that. Give me a second here. Okay, so you want to go over to talk to him, and so you can leave and you can begin heading your way over to the Tumbleweed Inn. Is anybody else gonna do anything for this evening?
I think all I need is a mirror worth 100 gold.
You could probably find that in one of the general stores near the richer district, probably. So you can head to one of those stores if you want.
Does
Del,
the mirror
go
follow
look
inflationary
for-
principles? If they sell him a crap mirror for 100 gold, can he use that?
No, that's not how this works.
That's why I had the fun question about a water mirror, which is just a bowl with water in it. If I take and put the pickaxe of chest mining in it, does that make it worth 100 gold?
No, that's not how this works.
Well, find a mirror worth 100 gold.
So is anybody else?
I feel like I should make some rings or something now.
You could go buy up materials, or if you have any materials on you.
I have some materials.
Okay.
I think I left them in the cart, so I'll have to go to my cart, but
Yeah,
I have
that's
materials.
fine. That is just fine. And don't forget that Kunj also has a gigantic mirror that is.
Yeah. If you guys ever want to check that out for me,
I
be
was
my
thinking
guest.
Something a little more portable. Something not two-man carry. Something I could maybe like a hand mirror or something, or even just even if it's not 100 gold, just a mirror of that size. I could start having a jeweler put gems into to make worth.
Okay.
Fair point, fair point.
Silver.
The general idea would
20
be
pounds
it could fit within the
iron,
cover
10
of my
pounds of
book.
copper. What type of ring do I want to make?
Okay, so really quick, what I'll do is we'll deal with Kunj real quick
Yeah.
here. So as you head on over to the tumbleweed, you walk in, and at first there's nobody there, or at least nobody that you're there to see. Just a couple of the standard workers, though you definitely stick out a bit like a sore thumb, especially without the rest of your party there. But you find a table and sit down for a while. Strangely enough, it's not actually that long after, maybe 15 minutes before Haraxon actually walks into the room and he sits down at the table. He seems a bit confused though, and he looks at you. Where are the rest of you?
I came here personally they're doing their own stuff for a bit. We're just gonna kind of rest up for the night because it's been a long travel, and then we'll get to proper business tomorrow with everything. But I wanted to come over to check with you about the ring, if you got any information about it.
Oh, yes, that ring you had me look into. So, I have good news and I have bad news about that ring.
Okay, you know what? Let's start with the good news first. This is, just build me up and then just break me down.
Well, good news then is that I found record of it.
Okay, lovely.
That's the problem, though. You see, there are records of the ring being carried by just people, but those people have zero records anywhere. I checked with even some of my best sources, and names and descriptions of the carriers of the ring are completely omitted from all records.
Well, Kun just takes a look at his hand, thinking about what he is, and just breathes. I guess I should have figured that.
It's not like I've come up completely empty for you, though I really don't have anything to tell you. See, while I was searching, I came across a particular person, a madame from a local brothel, the Cactus Flower. Do you know it?
Yeah, I think I've been there before. I believe
Yeah,
I've
you
been there
dragged
before.
me to it.
Yeah. That's where we had our private session. Yeah, I've been there before.
So there, she is looking for you, apparently.
Doug moment.
That was about it. Didn't tell me anything else. So, if you find time, you can certainly go and speak to her, though I don't know where she is at this moment.
Okay, I will definitely head over there before heading back over to my place at the inn that we stayed at before. Yeah, we're there. yeah, we got the letter sent. Like I said, we'll wait till tomorrow to deal with that, though. We're tired. It's been a long trip. Some of us just need rest, so yeah, we'll deal with whatever happens tomorrow with that.
Well, all right. Then I guess I will
Yeah,
see
I
you
just-
at a later point.
Yeah, but yeah, just keep her out for anything, and also, if you also hear anything about any slavers coming in the area, let me know.
That's a weirdly specific request.
It's really important to me. Trust me. I kind of
Okay.
have. Let's just say there's just unwanted people who may be interested in finding me.
Great. Sure. And he steps up from the table and he just kind of like looks around and then he looks back at you and he's like, "Well, I suppose I'll see the rest of you tomorrow morning." And he
Yep.
just turns around and leaves, a bit perturbed at your request there, but clearly he just takes his leave.
All right. I mean, there's just okay. Well, then I guess I'm head over to the brothel then.
Okay, so shifting on from that, let's move over to Ocularis. You begin making your way over towards where you know the rich district of town to be. It's getting pretty late, so you're hoping that the general store hasn't closed just yet. And you do find the store kind of nestled on the main opulent street. And it basically just says curiosities and trinkets. You make your way inside, and essentially it is the not so poor man's general store. There's all sorts of various things that only the higher ups of various societies would use. There appear to be some expensive perfumes, more or less some a few clothing pieces, but obviously it's not a tailor shop, so it's not a wide selection. There are some bits of adventuring equipment, though it's only the expensive kind, the things that you wouldn't really find in a standard general store.
What have I missed?
I've
returned.
So, Ocularis, you begin looking through the stock, and you essentially find what you're looking for. There appears to be a decently sized mirror, mostly with the handle plated in silver, but with golden inlays. It definitely appears to be a mirror worth the amount that you're looking for.
Okay. See how much they want for this mirror.
So, grabbing the mirror, you make your way up to the counter where an older woman is kind of working, and she regards you and she kind of like you can see her face kind of scrunches as she basically beholds your disgusting cloak, and she says, Can I help you?"
Yes, I would like this mirror.
Ah, that one. Yes, that'll be just fine. Let's see. She takes it and she sets it down on the counter, and she opens up a drawer and holds out her hand. That'll be 120 gold pieces.
120?
Yes, that's right.
I'll give her 120.
She takes your coin and she puts it away, and she's like, "Marvelous. There you are."
Thank you.
She just kind of looks at you, and she doesn't really say anything else. She kind of like returns to what she was doing, though she keeps glancing up at you.
Just because it's bugging her, I'm going to mull around her shop a little while longer.
You take a good couple of minutes to wander around before you finally leave, and you can hear an audible sigh from inside after you do. Now, who else had things to do?
I did. I wanted to go to the blacksmiths and speak to him about maybe constructing me on my left gauntlet a wrist-mounted crossbow, because I need a ranged attack, and I don't have that. So I'm looking to gain one.
Okay. So as you approach, yeah, as you go off towards the basically goodness gracious. Alive.
As cool as that sounds, that's really impractical for a melee fighter.
I know it's just for if it becomes necessary. Then
No,
yes.
I mean, like it'll get broken in 2 seconds in combat.
If Cameron needs to become a Witcher, he needs.
Surprisingly,
to do
being
that.
a Witcher was not on my mind when I came up with that idea. You would think it would be because most of my gear is based on The Witcher, but no. The wrist-mounted crossbow thing was definitely not me thinking about The Witcher, but now you've made me feel bad. Fuck you. Still, though, it's something I'd like to have just in case.
Sega Bear, down.
And hey, I can spend my money on whatever the fuck I want. So, suck a dick, dumb shit. Anyway, going to the blacksmith.
Okay. So give me a hot second here because I have to get up the info again.
And I could also do a grappling hook.
I did go to the jeweler's, by the way.
Yes. So who is going with the jeweler? Jammerman, you wanted to go to the jeweler as well?
He was talking to.
I already talked.
Ah.
Yeah, I already talked to our other guy.
Yeah, I identified the stone, so unless he wants local information about the ring.
He could also go there to sell it if he looks to sell it, but obviously, you know.
I'll not sell it just yet. I use gemstones for things.
So Cameron, are you going to Iron Eagle or are you going to Temper Metal?
Which one did I go to last time? I think I went to Iron Eagle last time.
I'm pretty sure that you went to Temper Metal. Actually, I think.
Did I?
It's goodness gracious been a while. So I don't know. I guess just pick.
I think I went to. No, it was a human. The one I went to.
No, I remember now. You went to Temper Metal because you got very angry at me about the name.
Did I?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were angry because it was a pun or a wordplay.
Temperamental.
No, okay, yeah, this is what happened exactly. You went to Iron Eagle first and foremost, and then because everybody was pissed about pricing, you guys went over to Temper Metal to see about their prices instead.
That's right.
So honestly, you've been to both.
I'm gonna go to Iron Eagle then and speak to him because if he has more expensive things, he might be better at his craft and use more high quality material.
Okay. So you make your way over. Yeah, you make your way over to Temper Metal, and you essentially get there as the guy is pretty much closing up. He's about to.
I said Iron Eagle.
Yeah, sorry, I meant to say Iron Eagle. I'm not stupid. I'm just stupid. So you're getting him while he's about to close up because it's getting pretty late. But he sees you coming. And he's like, hey, it's you again. Yeah. Well, welcome. Can I do something for you before I close up here?
Yes. I wonder if this is your craft. I'd like to fashion a crossbow that can fire multiple different things out of my wrist. A wrist-mounted crossbow.
Whoa. Okay. So, essentially, you want a gizmo on your gauntlet that is going to fire, I'm guessing, bolts?
Bolts, or even if I'm a little ambitious, maybe a grappling hook.
Freaking grappling hook.
Grenade launcher. Wrist-mounted grenade launcher.
That's a lot you're asking of me, friend. I'll be honest. It's gonna be an expensive and lengthy process. You'll also have to leave your gauntlet with me for a while.
Sebastian becomes super battle droid.
Is that more or less something you can do, or is that something I should see an artificer for?
No, I can build the basic thing. I mean, it'll essentially be attaching a crossbow to your gauntlet, but like I said, it's going to take me a while to get that all sorted, and it's gonna be very expensive.
Well, yeah, I expected that much. How durable can we make it as well?
I could make it. I could try to make it more durable if you're worried about it breaking, but I'll have to make the price even higher for that.
Well, I swing my weapon mostly two-handed. I want to make sure that it doesn't get in the way of that.
Well, if you're looking for something like that, I can certainly do it. It's gonna take me extra time, it'll take me extra coin. I mean, just judging off of what you're saying, you're talking about an investment of somewhere along the lines of 600 gold pieces?
Can we do 550?
No, I'm unfortunately not going to be able to haggle that down. You're asking me to do a very delicate and very expensive procedure, and it's going to take up a lot of my time that I could be using to do other orders. So...
This is true. This is very true. You know what? Do you mind if I wait a couple days to think it over and get back to you?
Yeah, it's just going to take me a while to do it, so if you're going to be gone for a while, or if you're going to need that gauntlet, you be very sure. I don't really know.
If it's going to be like that, I might have to think it over. So...
Okay.
Perhaps later.
Okay, then I'll keep an eye out for you next time, then.
Alright. Thanks so much. I appreciate the honesty.
Alright. So, with that...
I leave.
With that all sorted, so it's just Excelia going to the gemstone place, yes?
Celia, but everyone knows her as Mela.
Yes. Well, I know that, but I'm just calling her by the actual character name. If you would prefer I call her by Mela, that's fine.
Darth Juan.
That's me.
Rip.
I am Darth Juan. Please do call her Mela.
Okay, so...
Otherwise, I'll forget. I don't want that.
So with a little bit of guiding from the rest of the party as you're about to leave, you do head up the street to the jeweler at the same time as everybody else is leaving. Outside the jeweler, you essentially see what is a very nice shop in the market district, even comparatively to some of the other ones, though it's obviously no opulent place. As you are making your way inside, you see the sign. It's just called Mystique, which is fairly simple for a name. And as you walk inside, it's not a huge storefront. There are several gemstones lined out along shelves and some jewelry basically there to entice people to come in. And at the counter in the back, you can see an older woman, and she is very old. We're talking actually elderly. And she's sitting behind, using a pair of follicles to take a look at a particular gemstone that she's holding.
All right. So I would like to browse the selection and
Okay.
see if there's anything that looks drowy, like something that looks like it's
Dromade?
designed with spiders and like spider webs in mind. Dromade, yeah, because that's what drone art more or less looks like.
Okay, well, as you're making a look around this place and you kind of browse everything, it's you don't see anything that's actually drow made. You are able to spy a small silver ring that is designed with a spider on it, though the person who made it obviously is not drow. You don't recognize any particular markings or basically techniques of your people embedded in this. It is more than likely just a nice-looking ring with a spider on it.
How much does this ring cost?
You say... Oh, okay. Yeah. So you pick up the ring and you walk up to the counter and you say, "How much does this ring cost?" And the old woman behind the counter doesn't respond to you at first. And then after a second prodding, she does look up from her gem and she says, "Oh, yes, sorry, here, let me put this away. That little piece? It's about 25 gold pieces."
Aw, damn.
Not enough.
I am off by 3 gold pieces. I might try haggling. Actually, first and foremost, I'm going to show interest in the product. So, Do you know who it was made by and when it was made?
I made it, of course.
Oh.
Anything that you see in here is either imported from very far away, or I make it in house.
You clearly have passion for your craft, and she said, Exelia or Mela says that as she's like looking around the shop.
Oh well, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. It's nice that some people can recognize a bit of passion in this day and age. You know, it's very often that the people who make things and sell things here, they don't really care about anything other than the money, and well, you know, sometimes they're just not quite as interested in doing things well. You know.
So I currently don't have the funds to purchase this. Do you have anything cheaper? Because I might come back later and get something like this.
Cheaper,
This is
you
an
say?
awesome ring.
Oh,
Yeah.
how? Well, I mean, if you're very interested in that ring, how much do you have?
I have. Let me check just to make sure. I think it's like 22. Yeah, it should be like 22 gold pieces. Let me pull up D&D Beyond. Sorry. 22 gold pieces.
She takes a look at the ring, and then then she takes a look at you. I'll tell you what. If you're willing to do a little errand for me, I'll let you buy that off me. I'll let you have the ring for 20.
What'd you have in mind?
Well, honestly, I just have a particular piece that I have to be delivering to a more noble family up on the higher side of town. Normally, they don't come to me for those kinds of things, but apparently something dreadful has happened, and well, they apparently knew of my work. If you'll just run that over for me, I really would appreciate it, and you can have the ring for 20.
Definitely. Could you, before I take the ring, would you be willing to hand me the thing you want me to have delivered?
Oh, yes. One moment. And she moves back around, and she heads into, like, a little small room in the back, and she comes out bearing a small little wooden jewelry box, and she places it down and slides it over to you. These are being made for a funeral, you see. Essentially, they are going to be putting these on the rings of those who were, supposed to be buried, but they don't have much left of them. So, in their stead, they're going to be burying these.
They're going to be burying the rings?
Yes. You're basically going to be making this delivery to House Desert Rose. It's on the upper side of town. You can't miss it. They pride themselves on their rose garden out front. So.
Alright, I'll be back. Please keep the spider ring in a place where no one will touch it.
I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and do so. And she takes the ring from you and kind of places it in a drawer behind her countertop. Hurry back, though.
What's your name exactly?
My name? It's Duraka.
Duraka? Is she
Yes.
human?
Yeah, she's just an elderly human woman.
Alright, I'll be back, Duraka.
Wonderful.
And then Exelia takes the wooden jewelry box. And then, wait, I'm new in town? Where's the house Desert Rose?
Oh, you like I said, you can't miss the roses, but it'll be just west of the main road in the district. Let's see. And she basically points with her finger. If you head to the east side of town, that's where you'll find the district where they live.
Thank you.
No worries.
I'll see you in a bit.
Wonderful.
And Exelia steps out of the
Steals the rings, never comes back.
You know, I'm really tempted to do that, but at the same time, I think I can get some allies here, and when you're an exiled drow, you need allies.
Okay, so
Your family
with
will try to kill you.
So with that, we'll quickly shift over, and we'll try to wrap things up here in just a second. We'll shift over back to Kunj. You're just now approaching the entrance to the desert rose, or not the desert rose, the cactus flower. I was just stuck in the last conversation.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I thought of. Gosh. Okay, yeah, I go there.
Okay, yep, you are just outside the front.
Dusty, do you remember? Okay, character record. Do you remember what we were? I mean, I remember some details of the conversation, what we wanted to ask, but do you remember anything else that Kundra probably wouldn't remember?
Not right off. We
And
asked
I know
a
we
bit
asked
about
the
the
king.
soldiers. We asked about the king. Asked about the trade prince and their impression of him.
I guess I can also give her opinion about him as well. Just
Well,
co-
from the sounds
cover
of
our.
things, he's always been honest. So,
Yeah, I know, but the more opinions, the better. The more
yeah.
we can be insured.
Otherwise than that, it was all basically your personal stuff. So if you
Okay,
can't remember that, I'm not going to be much help.
well, okay, what's my backstory again? I'm kidding. Okay, okay. Well, I walk into the brothel.
Okay. So you walk in and essentially you expect to come by and you have to pay to get in like you did last time, but the bouncer for the brothel / tavern, he takes a look at you and he says, "Ah, well, it's you. Get in there right now.
Okay.
The madame doesn't have much time. Go."
Okay. Yeah, he answered. He walks in.
All right, so you walk in, and it's the same. It's the same kind of vibe as last time. You can see that there's lots of silk kind of running around, these little velvety ribbons, and the smell inside is very nice. You can hear the soft noises of a brothel, and basically, from what you remember, you went off to a private room with your the person that you had decided to question. So you aren't entirely sure where the madame's office is.
Do I happen to see that same person from before if she's not busy?
Yeah, actually. So as you're walking through trying to find out where you are, you can see her. She's currently sitting with another client, and they're kind of sitting outside by one of the regular tables. And you can basically tell that she's schmoozing him up and trying to get him to buy food or otherwise get some time with one of the girls or her, whatever the case. So at the moment she seems occupied, but I mean, technically, physically, there is nothing stopping you from just essentially cock blocking this man.
I'm gonna be nice because Kunstra's not a asshole, so I'm just gonna look at around, see if there's any other girls that are open or so, and
yeah, there are a couple of free girls and guys who are walking around. You can flag one of them down if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that and then ask them, hey, I have a appointment with the madam. Could you kindly point me in the direction to her office or so?
So you wave down the nearest one, and it's a short halfling girl, and she wanders over to you, and she's like, "Huh? Oh, the madame. If you're here to see her, her office is just up the stairs at the back. You're gonna look for the door with the painted cactus on it. If be warned, if you're not there to see her for a reason, they're not gonna let you in."
Okay, that's fine. I just need to know. I am here for a reason.
All right. And don't be afraid to buy something on the way out, she says as she kind of waves and moves on to go and go do whatever she was going to do when you flagged her down.
Baham, protect me. Okay, well, I'm gonna go up.
So you make your way up the stairs towards the back of the brothel, and at the top of the stairs, you can see there's a couple of rooms. Likely there's places for the girls to either, recuperate, rest. Maybe some of them stay here. You're not entirely sure because you're focused on the larger door with the painted cactus on it, and what is clearly a sliding metal window. The kind of password kind of deal.
Yeah, I guess I'll knock on the door, I guess.
So you knock on the door, and there is a couple of steps, and you hear somebody open the door, or not the door, the sliding window, and a pair of relatively soft-looking eyes look at you, and a voice says, "Yes. What can I do for you?"
The Fire Diamond's here for her meeting.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said the Fire Diamond, as the name I gave the lady to tell the madam, is here to see her meeting.
Oh, fire diamond, fire. Yes, the fire diamond. Oh, all right. Well, come in. And as the door opens and you're let inside, you're surprised to see such a soft voice and soft face is actually attached to a half orc person, though his skin is a bit different. It's a bit lighter than a normal, so you really didn't notice. Either the parentage must be far off, or you don't know. Perhaps he actually bleaches the skin or something. Not entirely sure.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a shocking
Yeah.
sight, incredibly. And as you walk in, you can see a human woman sitting at the very back of the room at a very opulent desk, and she's wearing what you would imagine. She's wearing a bunch of different flowers in her hair, and she's got a nice dress on, and she's wearing one of those like a silken veil in front of her face. And she regards you with a soft beckoning finger. She's like, it's you, the one who was asking about me. Come in, take a seat.
Yeah. He will sure do so.
Oh, Bridge, darling, go ahead and shut the door and give us a few minutes. And the half orc kind of like nods and slips out of the room, shutting the door behind him.
As soon as the orc is out, Kundra will say, as if casting a spell, Lesteria, and then turns into pretty much a fire female Genshin with red skin and fiery hair.
Okay. Yes, hello. Again, please take a seat.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a moment. She spoke with a soft, feminine voice, very different from the voice he had before.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, he sits down.
Wonderful. So, I heard from one of my girls that you were essentially asking, well, for me. And I'll be honest, when I heard your description, it's not too often that somebody with a unique look like yours comes in, and then of course you walk and saunter into my office and change into a completely different person.
It's safety precaution.
Yes, I'm very sure, and that's why you wandered into the first brothel, I assume, that you found in town, and just started asking questions. Yeah, safety must be the first thing on your mind. Who the hell are you? And why are you asking about me? Why are you bothering my girls with paying them for time and not using their services?
I'm just here for information.
Oh, I would have never imagined that. Why, I had imagined you just got off on talking to girls without actually doing anything with them. Go on, then. You need some kind of information? You spit out your question and maybe I'll give you the good graces to answer. Only if you are going to answer a question from me at the end of all of it.
Sure, if I can answer it, I will gladly do so.
Good. Go on. Fire away.
Okay, well, so you're someone who is in this business.
She rolls her eyes at that.
Would you happen to know? Actually, I don't know if we ever discussed the person in the person connected, the person I'm trying to run away from's name. If we ever discussed that, or if that ever got brought up.
I don't know.
I'm asking the DM right now, real quick.
The most that you remember is that you were talking with her about a person in the military who decided to come by.
Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to hear about a person in the military that came by.
Really? You're here asking about a soldier? You needed to speak with me to ask about a soldier. I'm gonna need you to elaborate on why, and then maybe I'll decide whether or not I tell you anything.
Well, this soldier has, gosh, we'll try my wingman here. Gosh, what was it again? Gosh, it's just been a while since we delve into this.
So to quickly recap you, just to
Yeah.
you know what, I want you to make me a general intelligence check, just so that I go through everything, because
Okay.
it'll be more interesting that way.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we've been through a lot. It's been a lot of events unfolding between the last time I was here to now.
Notepad is your friend.
Roll time.
Intelligence? Okay. The straight intelligence?
Straight intelligence.
Okay, how do I... Oh, right there. What did I get?
Okay.
Oh.
Good enough to remember most of what you talked about. So, when you last talked to the woman of the night, who you pulled away to essentially give her an hour-long break and to flap her gums, you learned that essentially there was a man who is part of the military, one of the officers, though she didn't give a name. Essentially, she remembers the man complaining a little bit about the level of military intervention in the current city, and just how much militarization is going on. He wasn't really in it on the war, but he quickly shut up after, mentioning that, as if he didn't want to get any more of that out. Though she did let you know that he was a frequenter at the tavern.
Well, okay.
Or the brothel.
I'll say... Okay, well, the man in question is a regular here, and apparently he was talking about... he was complaining about some militarization going on in the city, and and as soon as anything about the war came up, he just hushed the fuck up. So that's why I'm kind of curious about him.
She gives you she eyes you up like very, very heavily, and she essentially like leans back in her chair, and she huffs to herself a bit. Well, if you know that he's a regular, then I'm sure you could always wait around for him. I mean, I don't know why you're asking me, and I certainly am not going to be giving out proprietary information about my customers to somebody who just waltzes in here.
And that's fair. What else? Trying to think of what else to ask. And I mean, do you know anything about the militarization or so of the city, or any knowledge about that?
Oh god, you're going to bore me just like you bored her? Fine. What, the military being here? It's no skin off my back. The men come in to relieve themselves after a nice long day doing whatever drills or bullshit they have to do, and they provide us some more coin. It's not like it stopped any of the other people from town coming in here, our regulars, and tourists still pour in. It's just not from that fucking country off to the west. Not like most of those ever come by here anyway. They're too much stuck in their, well, you know how it is, I'm sure.
Yes.
So what, are you asking me to somehow say that, oh, I don't like the militarization, I don't like them hanging around? I'm telling you, those soldier boys pay better than some of my regulars.
No, I wasn't saying anything of that. I was just just curious.
She's clearly eyeing you now with an insane amount of suspicion. Like, this is not just she's annoyed with you, she is giving you side eye, and she's got a very wary look on her face.
Okay, let's dial back from those questions. I got a personal question. We'll go to that. A personal matter. You, uh, gosh, have you heard about my work before as the Fire Diamond?
She gives you this look, and she's like, why should I?
Because just curious, because there's some dangerous men out there who are taking advantage of like situations like a war, and I don't know. I just was asking in general. I wanted to move away from
What kind
that
of
subject.
what kind of men? No. We're not just going to move away from that. What the fuck are you? You know what? If you're done, then I am finally going to ask you the question that has been burning in my brain since I heard that you fucking existed. And she
Okay.
leans forward and places both of her hands on her table, and she glares daggers at you, and she says, "Just who the fuck are you?" And not this Fire Diamond, just anything, whatever it is that you're currently showing me. Who the fuck are you?
Just someone trying to make things better around here, trying to help people.
I'm sorry, dear, but that's not going to fly. And she makes like a motion with her hand, and she pulls back, and she gets this little bell out from behind her, and she rings it. As soon as she rings it, you hear the door behind you lock.
Okay, I'm being kidnapped. Okay, good, lovely. Okay, well, I am. Could just put one leg above the other one and just okay. We're here now.
Yes, we are. And you're about to be honest with me, and probably be honest with anyone for the first time in your miserable life. You're gonna fucking tell me who you are, or I might just have to tell somebody about what you've been going around and asking about. And I guarantee you, you do not want to know about that. You do not want to know what happens to people.
Okay, I'll be honest with you about who I am and what I've been. First start at the beginning. I am a runaway slave from a slaver.
Oh, Christ. She mutters, and then she waves for you to continue.
That slaver has used me for years for his own benefit. And one day I had an opportunity, thanks to a friend, to escape, and I took it.
She kind of like
And since
raises her hands a little bit, but she keeps listening.
I had nothing whenever I left. I didn't know. I couldn't remember my family, anything, nothing about who I was before he showed up, before he took me away from everything. And all I want to do with the gifts that my friend taught me is make this world a better place. Then, so no one else has to go through what I have to go through. And stuff like the conflict going on and everything else, I know that kind of thing can create orphans like me. And I just don't want anyone to get caught up in the kind of thing I was caught up in. And that's why I'm just so curious about all of that.
As you finish talking, oh no, go ahead. If you still have things to say.
I was just to add on, if there's anything I could do to prevent, to find a way to get things to be a bit more peaceful, so that way no more orphans have to be made from any conflicts or corrupt individuals, then I just want to do my part in ensuring that.
She lets out a very, very heavy sigh as you finish talking, and she like literally places her elbows on her desk and just like puts her head in her hands, and she's like, "Oh, fuck. I cannot believe, or even a goddamn, okay. Alright. So you want to make the world a better place. Great.
Yes.
Fantastic. Wonderful. And so from what I gather, you're looking to essentially get something done with the government? Oh, God, it's one of you people. Listen. I don't care any more than anybody else, probably, what you decide to do with your own time. If you leave my girls alone, and you leave my business alone, then that's just fine. I haven't heard about you, and unless you have something to show me that would jog my memory on something that I might have heard, then I'm really not going to be able to tell you fucking anything about yourself. Especially if you're not from around here, okay? So, here's the thing. You're free to loiter around my establishment all you want. You can buy drinks, pay the entry fee, it's whatever. And you can wait for this guy to show up all you want and question him. Not my problem. Unless you cause a problem inside my establishment, you are not going to be stopped doing whatever bullshit you want to do. Okay? So unless there's something else you need to show or ask me, then I suggest that you leave me and the rest of my girls for the evening, or buy some shit. That's all.
Well, I guess I'll be going then, because I'll need my. I have an associate who's helped me with the investigation. I'll have to get him for that guy. But yeah, I'll be going then.
Great, wonderful. Okay, I will. And then 1 second. Oh yeah. She kind of like rings the bell and the door unlocks.
Before the door even before anything else, I just Kund will just say Lusteria and then switch back to what he was before.
Great. The door unlocks and the half-orc opens the door again and steps in and basically gestures for you to leave.
Yep, I am. And before I go, I'll say to the orc, you sound very lovely, by the way. And I'll be on my way out.
Okay. So you go ahead and head on your way out, and the door shuts pretty quickly behind you. And unless you have anything else you're going to do, that's that.
I think at this point, I'd rather have all hands on deck if we're going to be interrogating this guy, because and I don't know, but like I'm like it's been a while for questions since we asked. So I'd rather have everyone who would have questions better, who might come up with better questions than I do for him. So
okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the inn to wait for back to the inn and either go to bed or wait for the others, depending on what happens.
Yeah. Really quickly, then, as the last thing that needs to happen to the night, let's go over to Steven. You are currently making your way into the opulent district of town.
Nice.
Okay. So, as you begin making your way, it's almost like a clear divide. Once you hit the more wealthy district of town, you actually spy a lot of different things. First and foremost, there are several more gardens and such, metal fences, and genuinely better built homes, basically on this side. Some of the homes are even painted, likely with imported paints or something along that line, and it's honestly just a completely different world. The street lamps are made of metal as well, and they cast a nice warm glow alongside the just the lights and other torches that are coming from homes and such. You see a couple of different places as you walk past the main area. Of note, you just see a couple of different stores, and you actually run by a tavern by the name of the Phoenix Tier Inn, and that's about it. It's very recognizable because obviously the sign, which is beautifully painted, has just this incredibly popping red design of a phoenix and a teardrop. Other than that, as you're going by, you definitely notice what the owner of the gem shop was telling you. Over on one of the back streets, you can see a very large-looking manor, and that manor is just surrounded on all sides by hedges with roses, just about the size of like two of you. It is an insanely lustrous rose garden, and it's honestly kind of surprising, but it's a draw to you anyway. So you make your way on over, and there is a little metal gate with a small bell next to it, obviously to call somebody, should there be the need.
I'll fucking go up and I'll ring the bell.
Once you ring the bell, the front doors open just a few seconds after, and a man dressed in what is clearly a butler's outfit, he walks down and he takes a look at you up and down, and he says, Yes, what do you need?
I was told to deliver these to this manor, and I hold up the jewelry box.
Ah, this is the order from Mystique. Yes, I'll just be taking those here. And he grabs the rings from you, and he just kind of holds them, and he says, "You can go ahead and give Duraka our best. The master will honestly be very thankful for this. So, there you go. Off you go."
Off I go? I'm not even on the property. I just rang the fuck. Okay. That's me as a player, not as a character. Exelia just gives him like a wide-eyed look that she more or less just told her to fuck off. And she silently notes to herself that she will be taking vengeance on this man.
The butler quickly turns in and walks into the house without regarding you for a second time. Though as he turns to shut the door, he keeps an eye on you just to make sure that you're not going to try anything.
I could turn into a spider and like climb in there and then just steal everything with my bag of holding. I could raid them.
God damn it, Steven, calm down. Calm down. There could be a reason.
Another
Think about it. You have your robes and stuff are all tattered and like worn. A noble would probably just think you're just a delivery person, not anybody.
I know, but
I mean, would you tell your pizza delivery guy to come in and have a seat?
No, but I wouldn't say off you go. I would just say thanks and have a good one. I wouldn't say off you go.
True, it was rude, but it wasn't necessarily enough to go.
I mean,
steal everything.
Realistically, is it any different from what Sebastian would have done if someone was like that to him?
I mean, he would be nicer about it, but he wouldn't be.
Off you go.
He wouldn't like look at them and say, "All right, off with you, you little bastard." No, he'd say, "Thank you very much. I'll take my leave then." That's most likely what Sebastian would say in that situation.
I need to get these clothes mended.
True.
Is there a tailor in this town?
I would have given you my fine robes.
Well, if you want to walk around just a little bit to see what's available here in the richer neighborhood, you certainly could.
I think I will, and then once I discover a location, I'll talk to them.
Okay.
And then I'll get really sad that it'll probably cost a lot to get my robes repaired, because I'm already giving up 20 gold pieces to get that ring.
Okay, so you begin wandering around just a little bit, and for fun's sake, I'll reveal a couple of other things. So as you're walking away from House Desert Rose, you do note that there appears to be some kind of inn at one end of that street there, and it's got a very nice sign written in elegant. God, I have a brain somewhere in here. It's basically written in elegant script, and it says Paradise Halls, though judging from the massive doors and the two people who are standing in front of them to bar entry, you imagine this is not a normal inn and might be some kind of exclusive club. As you're walking by, you also notice as you reach the back to the main street, there is a shop that is currently just barely open, you'd think, and probably closing up, called Curious Creatures. It must be that monster shop that your new friend mentioned. But as you walk down the street, you do find a shop with a sign out front that says Vilky's Silks. And inside the window, you can see various nice upper-looking clothes displayed.
You missed the opportunity to make it Vilky's Silkies.
Okay. Noted, I suppose.
What's inside? Find out next time.
I'll go in.
God damn it!
So you go in, and unfortunately, as you attempt to open the door, it appears to be locked. This shop seems to have already closed up.
Very sage.
You can always come back.
I want to use my spider powers to just start breaking into places, but I shouldn't. I'm gonna go back to the Mystique.
Okay, so you head on back to Mystique.
Remember Vilky Silkies.
So you head on back to the main street and make your way back to Mystique. And as you go to open the door, you find that it's locked. But very quickly, you see as Duraka was just kind of moving some things around, she quickly wanders over to the door, unlocks it, and lets you in. Yes, come in. Sorry, we're normally closed here at this time. So, how did it go?
It went well. The butler more or less told me to fuck off.
Well, you get used to it.
So, I've made the delivery. Let's talk about that ring.
Yes, of course. She wanders back over to the counter and pulls the ring out from behind the counter. Here you are. Like we talked about, I'm happy to give it to you for 20 gold.
Okay. I reach into my bag of holding, fish around for my coin purse, and I pull out 21 gold pieces.
Oh?
The extra gold piece is because you were nice enough to cut off 5 gold pieces.
Oh,
Keep
well.
up the good work. This is a nice piece of art.
Oh, well, you are just the sweetest little thing. Thank you. And she takes the money, and she hands you the ring. And she kind of smiles, and she says, if you ever need anything else, you can feel free to come by here. I, of course, will buy any gemstones that you have, and if you ever need something custom made, of course, you can let me know, and I'll custom make it for you.
Oh yeah. How much does it cost? Would it cost to get my clothes restored at Vilky's Silkies?
You want that the Vilky Silky's place? Oh, jeez. Well, I mean, you do have some very opulent rolls.
He got you to say it.
Yeah, I know. I realized my mistake. Okay.
Oh no! I am just looking at the happiness on Steven's face right now. God damn
Vilky
it!
Silkies. How much would it cost to get my robes like restored there?
And if you're just looking to have them mended, they probably aren't going to charge you that much. They are a bit snooty up there, though you won't find better tailors in the entirety of the city. I think the last time I even had something fixed was probably 5 silver pieces just at one of the normal tailors around here. But for something like yours, they're probably going to need to go to Vilky's, and they're probably going to run you a gold piece just to sew up one of the garments.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
That'll be it. I'll leave you to close down the shop. You have a good night, man.
You too. You happy trails, and be safe out there. And she kind of returns to what she was doing.
I get the fuck out and I close the door behind me.
She then quickly comes by and locks it. Not obviously out of anything against you, but clearly she doesn't want any fucking dolts wandering into her store after hours.
Are you guys still open?
And with that, you can head back to the inn. Does anybody else have anything else they want to deal with tonight?
Vilky Silkies.
Nope, I think we're good.
Well, with that, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I could probably roll to see how many whatever pieces of jewelry I made. Probably rings.
What are the materials that you're using, and how many of them are you going to use?
Are we gonna go elephant hunting?
I was
so we can
thinking
get
1 pound of iron.
1 pound of iron, huh?
I agree.
Yes.
We can turn them. We can
Okay.
Not waste them.
Yeah. Okay, so a pound of iron, and what are you going to make? You can make a number of things if you want, and I'll just kind of roll for it, or you can make a lot of one thing.
I was thinking a lot of rings.
Okay. So what we'll say then is you make. We'll say everybody's took 2 hours. How many hours are you going to take before bed to do it?
We all need to call it Vilkies Silkies.
If they're mean, we'll do
Let's
it
say
long.
4.
Okay, so for 4 hours and to make rings, I'll let you make 8 rings with empty settings. So that you can
Okay.
set gems. So there will just be 8 iron rings to be made with a pound of iron. We'll say you use about half of your iron for that.
Okay.
I'm gonna say half of it. So half a pound over 4 hours, you make 8 small iron rings with empty settings. If you have any gemstones, you could set something in them while you're doing it. But other than that, that's what you got.
Okay. So each iron ring blanks. Ideal.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
You know what? I'm gonna have you do something for me. I want you to make me a. God, what does a jeweler's kit do? What is it? I have to look up the exact thing. Jeweler's tools.
I wasn't exactly sure what stat to make
I
it
will.
either.
I will let you make either. I want to say it's investigation, because that's kind of what it is. No. I'm essentially gonna let you roll with proficiency, an intelligence check,
Okay.
with your jeweler's tool. So, I just want you to make me a roll on that.
Well, then I'll hit investigation since it's an intelligence stat, and
Fair
I'm
enough.
proficient with it.
Fair enough.
Got a 16.
Okay, so just a second.
Oh. Okay. Is there more you want to talk about?
So, judging on this, just so that with the completely blank ones that you've made here, since they're iron, they're obviously not worth a whole lot. But each one of those rings, you did it with at least a decent amount of skill. So I want each of those rings to, you can label them while they're blank to be worth 8 copper pieces apiece.
Okay.
I am definitely not pulling that mostly out of my ass with quick maths, but you know what?
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
Commence sleepy time.
So yes, one last check. Does anybody else have anything that they need to do?
Nope.
No, it's sleep time.
So as of right now, just as a final thing, as everybody goes to sleep, the kobolds make it aware that they're going to go and just immediately try to purchase passage to Dominavis. They are going to go hire some people to do it with the money that you gave them, and that they promise that they will do right by you guys when they get there. So they basically say their goodbyes.
I lean down and I shake her head and I say, "Good luck. Be careful and try to make sure you hire someone you trust. And if you need to, if the pompous people in this town don't want to talk to you, you can always go buy some better clothes or something. I don't know. People here are mean."
I think we'll be Tikik thinks that we will be just fine. But thank you again. Yeah. And so they kind of like wave their goodbyes and they head out of the tavern, and you all hope that they make their way over safely. And with that, again, if anybody doesn't have anything else, I think we can end for the evening.
Not very eventful. But we got some shopping done though.
We got to do some stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes-
And we got introduced to a drow elf that for some reason didn't want to give us her full name, which is okay.
Game.
That's true. That's true.
Go up there,
All
Archer.
right.
So, Archer, we got some interrogation to do.
Indeed. Next time.
Next time on Planes and Quests. Thank you to everybody who joined us, and we hope that you all had a good, fun time, and we'll see you guys next week. Later, everyone.